the slot tonight.
Rodney, can Jalen Mills cover Julio? Yeah, I saw him. He seems like he's really pumped up. He was amped up, waved his hands to the crowd. He's an aggressive player. He takes a lot of chances. He gives up some plays. But what I love about him is he doesn't get down on himself. He's a kid that plays with a swag and a lot of confidence, Mike.
Tony, the tone is set for this Philly defense with the guy up front, 91, Fletcher Cox.
A great player. He told us last year in the playoffs he had to be the best player on the defense for this team to succeed. In the game last year against the Falcons, he single-handedly ruined the inside running game, and he demands double teams. He sets his teammates up to be better.
Rodney, Atlanta defensive difference maker, linebacker Deion Jones.
Yeah, he's their best defensive player. He's a smaller linebacker. Philly had a great plan run directly at him, get those big offensive linemen on him. And he only had 3 tackles last game.
He touchdown here for Zach Ertz this past season.
Yes, we talked a lot about the RPOs, and the RPOs force the defense to play man-to-man coverage, and that's where Zach Ertz excels. They will move him around as well, and when they see that
football is back. Woo! Real football. The NFL. Granddaddy them all, baby. All these close games, whatnot. Not a pussy sport. All this. It's going to be a great game. I'm going to say the Eagles are going to win. Pick is the Eagle. It is Coach Quinn's 22nd loss. And you do know that it is Eagles. That equals 22. So this is a lock. This is a lock. Run the football. Nick Foles as confident as ever with the right system and the right personnel. Something that he did not have with Chip Kelly. You know that chip was over his head, but they didn't strike gold over at the Gold Rush in California. They got fool's gold with Chip Kelly and just a big train wreck over there. So I will be right back. I have to charge my laptop, so this is not going to go down on me here. I don't want to jack off in this situation. Kickoff hasn't happened yet, so I can set this all up here. Charger. So this doesn't die out on me. Got my extension cord here. I will slip this underneath the table here. I'll slide the charger in. We're not going to go to the Super Bowl this year. Making good progress. But as you know, not many first-year coaches or whatnot win the Super Bowl in their first year, unless if you have a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator like the Indianapolis Colts, or if you were the Indianapolis Colts, they did make the Super Bowl in the first year under Jim Caldwell. Big fact. This is going to bid well for the Indianapolis Colts. The lock of the season is the Eagles winning the division. I'll be shocked if the Redskins win that division. I'll be shocked. And by the numbers here, I say the Redskins make the playoffs. More numbers are needed on that. But if they get healthy at the running back position, Alex Smith does not make the interceptions that Kirk Cousins has, then it's going to be a really tough team this year. Washington, get the offensive line, go in, try to run the ball.
Was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam.
They hate America America so much I have to slow down the stream while the national anthem is playing. They really hate America. You guys at Reddit. You're pausing the stream here at the most inopportune time. They're playing our national anthem of America. Those are big ballers. We know black people can sing, man. These are the kind of people who gotta sing the national anthem, right? Big ballers. Now, it's Tampa Bay, number 3, the 33rd season in Arizona. CC 33, the third letter, Chicago Cardinals. 74 years later. 74 is a God number, gematria. It's Larry that equals 74 in gematria. 74 years from 1947 to 2021. The first woman coach was Jan Welter. First female coach. Arizona wins with the new female president, Elizabeth Warren, the creator of the Consumer Financial Protection Bill, and then the stock market crash and all this. The rigged world we live in starting to connect. So 2021 is a year. It's going to be exciting football for Arizona. They're going to make the playoffs next couple of years. They're going to fall short, but not. I won't have all this blind hope, whatever. So, yeah, we get the job done next year, baby. Not next year, but Super Bowl 55. You get my drift. Get my drift there. All these videos I've made on 54, 55, 58, and 59 are set to private.
Guys will be cramping up tonight.
I made all the Super Bowl 53 videos public. I've made them as far back as July the 3rd of 2017. I've stuck with that prediction ever since then of the Colts over the Packers. This is going to be a very historic year for gematria, and I made history last year anyway. I predicted a Super Bowl matchup. I predicted a bird team to win for the NFC. It wasn't Cardinals Steelers. It wasn't that rematch, but I got the Super Bowl rematch. I got the bird team winning. I nailed it last year. I totally did. I nailed it. All you cocksuckers out there, when your quarterback's hurt, when the running back gets hurt, you go 8-8. You know that's a strong team. So, yeah, dick-licking faggots that think that the Bears won the trade. The Bears go Cleveland. Aaron Rodgers are division. Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins. The Raiders got really high draft picks. They won that trade. They fleeched the guy, Chicago. Small minds go like, oh, they have a great pass rush. That's what simpletons think, okay? You can't do a full cost benefit analysis. They give up a lot. This team needs draft picks, the Chicago Bears. They ain't winning nothing. Or let's just say this. They're not making the playoffs anytime soon. You know the Bears are not winning anything. Atlanta, strong team this year, but I don't think they make the playoffs this year. It's tough division. Carolina and Ron Rivera's got a program going of making the playoffs and just being in the contention, the NFC. I mean, the rigged Super Bowl with Andrew Luck people. Andrew Luck's winning it this year. 18 NFL season.
He said tonight when they found out the timings and they knew when it was about 10 minutes to go, his team let out a roar and they were ready
Years
to go.
ago.
Well prepared. Most coaches.
It's not being obvious what's going to happen this year. Andrew Luck will win the rigged Super Bowl. The amount of time from gematria day to the day I made my Super Bowl bet was under 23 days. It's Indianapolis, it equals 123. So, Grand Architect of the Universe got some plans going on. It's football. This is an Oktoberfest. This is an Oktoberfest. So it's my go-to selection for the UEFA Champions League.
Boston College, Devontae Freeman, Florida State, Julio Jones.
I play fantasy football. I don't have any players on tonight, but I can show you my team.
Jake Matthews, Texas A&M. Andy Levitri, Oregon State. Brandon Foxco.
I can show you my team here. I can show you. No one picked up Randall Cobb. Now no Randall Cobb here. I have a fantasy football team. Once this loads and this is quit being gay, I'll show you my team here. Fuck draft ratings. These cocksuckers can go choke on themselves if they want to give my team a D for the draft. Now you're just hating on Andrew Luck. You're being a bunch of haters. I'm already winning. Okay, I picked up Des Bryant. Once the team's going to sign the guy, he's going to tear it apart. He's looking for that last big payday. That's what he's looking for. We all know that Des Bryant is no Larry Fitzgerald, that's for sure. Where is he at now? Why isn't he on the roster? He was on pace to jump Larry Fitzgerald statistically if he kept it up with him. He's falling apart, whatnot. Not take care of himself, and the whole deal at Dallas where they cannot carry on success into the next year. We've seen it with the 2014 team, the team that screwed the Lions and made the catch against the Falcons. They failed the next year. They did not repeat the success. And you know, that was with Tony Romo. And then with Dak Prescott, 2016 comes along, and then they miss the playoffs the following season. So misses a tackle there. Nice play call there. Dial it up early. Get the run sinking in. Think it's going to be a run, and then Julio Jones runs to the outside. I already know a few people that will be watching football this year. We got a bunch of they are Donald Trump fans too. They are Trump flakes. They are Trump flakes because they get all butthurt over kneeling for a flag when there are really real serious issues facing America today. And this whole flag shit really needs to stop. That you're just being a big snowflake if you're getting all butthurt because a player decides to kneel for the flag. Take it here from the white guy here and see it from the baller's perspective. Is that the baller is going through systematic oppression. When we talk about private prisons, quotas, they target the man of color. The war on drugs, so they bullying, man. Non-violent crimes, a man of color, right? Jobs going overseas, who loses his hooligans. To understand what they are protesting, they are protesting this rigged oligarchy in America, and players are all butthurt over kneeling for a flag. I mean, these crazy hardcore people, these hardcore right-wing Trumpists have their priorities messed up. I'll just end it there, and let's talk football. And let's talk about who's going to make the playoffs for this year and who are going to be the teams to look out for. It's the teams that have quarterbacks returning to the field. And also for John Gruden and company in Oakland, look out for these guys too. They're going to have a final playoff game in Oakland at some point.
Sidney Jones covering on the play. And for Atlanta, it's a third down and 10. As you look at Jim Schwartz, his defense fourth in the league last year.
Jim Schwartz, that guy's a hell of a defensive coordinator, but the guy is a no-ho.
The Falcons had seen so much of it a season ago, they decided to try it.
And the green zone in to show you exactly where they have to go. Up to the other line, third down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Play clock is at 1. Ryan slipping through his left, throws out, feet on.
Wide open.
Jones getting open to set up a first down and goal to the 5-yard line. So a great beginning to the season for one of the premier wideouts in the NFL.
Had a blitz on, they're going to loop all the way around here, but this offensive line got it done. This front is
they picked him up. He's got all the time in the world to throw there.
All the way around. Chris Long got chipped on the outside, and Julio made the play. Julio Jones is getting it done. But now, can they finish it off? Can they get it in the end zone?
Okay, 4-3 Nationals. The rigged MLB, the scripted MLB, the Boston Red Sox. Let's see, this will be a repeat of last year or not.
Last year, Atlanta was able to move the ball up and down the field.
Man, these Oktoberfest, man, you gotta check these out. Oh boy, those
the place last year from upstairs. This year he moves back downstairs.
over at my local grocer Fry's, these babies are not really available often, but these were on sale over on end shop. You know, it's third down. This is maybe the divisional round all over again. And this is going to be just like the fucking Super Bowl, of course. Or when did the Falcons choke on fourth down in a certain year? Oh, yeah. The red zone against the 49ers. They couldn't even punch it in. I mean, there's a team of choke artists in the last game at the Candlestick. The Falcons will choke that one, too. Line up in shotgun. Yeah, bad play call. Line up on fucking shotgun.
So Atlanta, this is where they left off last year.
You know, the Falcons are just a big giant joke. They suck. They suck even more if they're not going to punch in the points here. And what if Nick Foles goes deep? Fourth down here. This is like the playoff game, people. Wake up, man. Oh, man. The Eagles crash the defense. If he runs up the middle, that'll be a joke play call. Yeah, what a joke. This is just like the game. You guys, I mean, what is this? Like, this is gay as hell. I mean, man, were they trying to get under in the first half? I mean, what is up with this here, you know? What is up? You see, I can call these plays. They're not going to get the fucking touchdown. This is just like the fucking divisional game. It's like a joke, man. Ah, let's get drunk. It's football. It's Thursday. You know, this is a real deal here with the Carolina is that the Carolina Panthers have really the huge potential here to win a championship only if Cam Newton improves as a pocket passer. And you look at the kind of guys in the NFL already today. Tom Brady will be in the contention. You have Aaron Rodgers in the NFC. You have Andrew Luck, Derek Carr in the AFC. Big Ben still playing. Drew Brees still playing. Some of these guys are going to be gone. You know, some of these guys are going to be gone. And at that time, Cam has got to be one of the faces of the NFL year in, year out.
Are the mission.
Once the time is up for Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, and Roethlisberger. So, in the future, Cam Newton is going to only improve as a pocket passer once he clearly cannot run with the football. Well, once he reaches the early 30s, to where he cannot risk his health and his career any further. To try to extend it
his first
as
offensive
much as he
play.
can.
3-yard line after the goal.
That's what's going to happen with Carolina.
Terry Sproles.
Jerry Richardson was like born in 59, or
You can go
he was born in 59, Jerry Richardson. I've set the Super Bowl 59 video of the private, so
fourth down, and here's the way the first drive ends.
we would not, obstruct the order of the NFL, so we can still keep it on script. But you just don't get to see it until the year that it actually happens.
In the playoff game a season ago, because they
Cardinals man, oh yeah.
outside. That's
We play each other a lot. The Panthers have a great team, a great defense. It's hard to play them. I think Arizona handles Cam Newton well. Just some poor secondary slip-ups from time to time. We didn't even try an NFC title game. They tried to throw off the bettors by betting on the Panthers during the Super Bowl. I mean, it was a joke. Like, both of my uncles are like, oh, no way, Carolina. I'm like, nah, Denver. Like, NFL's rigged and all they're scripted for Peyton Manning. They got to get the comeback for Cam Newton for that stupid-ass gay play where he sits on the ball or doesn't even die for it. Like, he's got to, the NFL is all about their white quarterbacks. They are, okay, let's just face it, okay, they are. Let's be politically incorrect here because this country has lost its balls. 3 and out. 3 and out. How will Nick Foles handle the early part of the season for the Philadelphia Eagles' sake, as well as for his own sake, if he needs a permanent job somewhere else? Who can really get Nick Foles? You're looking at the New York Jets. You're looking at the San Francisco 49ers, since there's no guarantee that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to carry success on to the following season. I mean, if Deshaun Watson gets hurt, his career ends, that's another one as well. And then there is the Chicago Bears. But they gave up everything, right? They gave up everything to get a pass rusher. That's going to get neutralized. That's going to get double teamed. They don't have an all-round defense. What were the Bears on? What crack was their general manager on? Can I get some of that good stuff that you were on? That you think Mitch Trubisky is going to go beat Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, and you give up all your first-round picks. The Bears are garbage.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think the Capitals can repeat.
He went out of bounds. It didn't return immediately. That 15-yard penalty will be, of course, from the succeeding spot.
There was a 65 reference I had for Washington or something that I need to really look back on and really see what is boiling down for this season. But I'm going with the Caps and a repeat, okay? The NHL is rigged. It's a big joke, too. I'd go with Washington this year. No, NHL is a suckers league for people in Canada. Doesn't look like these stupid-ass Canadians or the stupid-ass NHL wants to give your fans any titles soon. I mean, the NHL is a rigged joke. It's a rigged gambling casino over there. The NHL is. It is a rigged casino. The NHL is. They don't allow a Canadian team to win anymore. I still love hockey. I love playoff hockey. It's going to be cool, man. I'd go with the Caps. Let's see. Some scores here from Major League Baseball. I'm going to pay attention to my hometown D-backs here, the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Braves, the whole division fight for the Atlanta Braves. The whole scripted collapse is going to happen by the numbers and Philadelphia's run differential. I mean, look here with the Boston Nationals that they blew a 3-1 lead. They gave up the Grand Slam. They can play with the Cubs. They're beating them right now. A rigged scripted sweep. And the Nationals' run is on. We will find out by Sunday if this comeback's going to happen, if the Bryce Almighty script is going to work out. It's going to resemble the coming crash of 19. It's coming. Stock market crash. The bubble's been propped up. And now it's all about the cashing out. The cashing out for the billionaires and then the stock market goes tumbling down, they buy them up low again. Then the stocks go up during expansion. That's how your rigged economy works. This is how it's all rigged. They rig the interest rate. They rig it depending on what direction of the economy they want. Print money out of thin air, but then there's no consumers. There's not enough stimulus in the economy today. So that's just my nonsensical ranting here. And what else is happening in the sports world? We're going to see some surprises that are going to resemble the common fate of, or the current state of the economy in 2019.
An incomplete. He's a familiar face. Michael Bennett, longtime Seattle.
Yeah, he's leaving Seattle. Seahawks are going to be shit this year. They're garbage.
They also got Haloti Ngata.
They're nothing, man. Russell Wilson is nothing without the defense and the running back, Marshawn Lynch, and all this. All these guys, they want to suck Russell Wilson's dick. The guy's the biggest choker in Super Bowl history. That is Russell Wilson in a nutshell. He's a big fraud. He missed the playoffs last year. The Seahawks keep on declining with their big leader and savior and Messiah. They're getting worse every single year, Seattle. They're nothing today, man. They really are.
But Tevin Coleman, you're right. He ran for 79 yards on just 10 carries in that playoff game a season ago. Freeman, 10 carries also, but only 7 yards. And the diversity that he brings, the ability to flank out and play wide out, I was a little surprised he wasn't in on the goal line running that route.
Best in the NFL and converting on third down last year.
Okay, they're going to go wide here. The receivers got to run towards the sidelines. There's nothing there. Played by Matt Ryan. I mean, this has some makings of a playoff game so far. They're very physical out there. I mean, they had the rigged goal line stand. I mean, I wonder when the rigged touchdown's going to happen off some crazy play like a go route or a slant up the middle, some missed tackles, the safety misses a tackle, or we see offensive line go upfield and we see a big run that's going to set up a touchdown here. So don't be surprised at all about what can happen here. Defense got speed right here.
The line of scrimmage.
Yeah, one of the things that you have to do against this Falcons offense, your cornerbacks have to make tackles. They are going to try and block everybody else and just leave the cornerback on their own. That time Ronald Darby came up for Jim Schwartz and made the play.
Loss of 3.
I mean, your rigged news and all the scripted Super Bowls we have, the NFL moving on from Brett Favre and the Aaron Rodgers win the Everyone was just upfield there. No one contained the running back. They all tried to sack Matt Ryan.
Well, it was such a good block right out here that basically Jake Matthews took the guy almost into the screen. And he had to throw a little lob, Matt Ryan did, over the top. But then once he got out there, nothing but green grass. Now Julio Jones in when they're at the 10-yard line instead of out. I'm sure he was just gassed after touching the ball 3 times in that first drive. He did not
first and goal from exactly the 10-yard line. I mean, 10 yards here. They're going to get.
Austin Hooper, the tight end, for a gain of 4.
Oh, that was a catch. Okay, that was a catch.
Already gained 116 yards.
He's there.
He's 6 at this point.
But the story is, can they score? Let's see if he caught the ball.
Fuck the Broncos, man. Okay, the Raiders, if they're going to make me money, they're going to make me money. So, you know, you suck and you'll bet on the Raiders for Super Bowl 54, but then I will continue to like Super Bowl. But they're going to be a force in the NFL in the coming future and part of maximizing the NFL interest here. They've got to have that team to hang on. It's going to be the Raiders once the Patriots retire. they're going to be good, right? The Patriots are that team we all love to hate, that we all keep on watching the Patriots and the Patriots.
Time out.
All right. Take a look at it, and we'll come back.
So this is what's going on with the NFL. It has to make things of a rigged league, and I see what this trade of Khalil Mack is all about. Is reversing the Gruden trade. I mean, it really is. And you see the goal line stands. How I could predict the plays here. I predicted the plays here. Falcons going to run up the middle on 4th down. I can tell what play they're running, and they're going to stuff to run. I mean, this has some makings of a game that's going to end with some drama some way. Somehow the game is close, and really we have no idea how scripted it was for Nick Foles to play really well. If we're going to see the real Nick Foles this year, we're going to find out about that, how he was average outside of that 1 year with Chip Kelly. And then he finds the magic. And then he finds some magic with Philadelphia, right? Couldn't cut it in LA. Keenum couldn't cut it in LA, and then Keenum heats it up, and Nick Foles heats it up. I mean, former Ram quarterbacks, there's something going on there last year. But for Keenum in Denver, I don't think is going to perform week in and week out for those guys. I mean, it's just not good enough. The Broncos are 3rd in the division. You just got to – there are not many elite quarterbacks in the NFL, and that's just something that is hard for any team out there that cannot finish top 10 in the NFL to take a quarterback. Or they go through options like Ryan Fitzpatrick in free agency or Kyle Orton, and they don't take a Carson Palmer. Sort of what the New York Jets did. Or they go and they start Josh McClown, instead of Carson Palmer or someone like that. Someone that's a top half starter to acquire in free agency, like a Sam Bradford. But they don't take him, right? They don't take the first round talent. They take these backup quarterbacks, expect him to, Josh Rosen will be on the team, but I'm going with Sam Bradford as a starter. Who knows if an injury is going to happen? It certainly could be part of the script. We're going to win it, right after Warren gets inaugurated, right after the war president gets inaugurated, red, war, Arizona, the red symbolism, the Super Bowl, and all of this. Cardinals, the College of Cardinals is Jorge, that equals 55. Jorge Bergoglio, right? The Pope. The College of Cardinals wear this red that I'm wearing right now. The Pope's ordained bishop, right? It is red. There is symbolism involved.
One of the changes to the rule was ball movement doesn't automatically mean loss of control. So I think they did the right thing for letting it stand. It's not clear and obvious that the ruling on the field was wrong.
Thank you, Jerry. 5.5 to go in the
Let's see, 4-man rush. I think that's what may happen here. 5:32. 4-man rush. Side coverage. Collapse pocket. And boom, boom, boom. But is it holding on the offensive line, or is there a little grab on the jersey?
Looks like it's going to go against Philadelphia.
Grabbing the jersey, perhaps.
Offside. Defense, number 96. Is half this goal. 3rd down.
All right, Derek Barnett. Half the distance to the goal now.
All right. There we go.
The Nationals going to wipe the floor of those Cubs. They're going to wipe the floor with them.
Jones was running a slant and really was wide open. They left him one-on-one out there. Let's see if they do that.
I have MLB at bat here. I mean, I'm paying attention to the game here. The Nationals come back here. Right.
On 3rd down and goal. And Ryan in the pocket throws into traffic. And that is incomplete, intended for the tight end, Austin Hooper.
Now they'll kick a field goal. Hindsight's 20/20. You think it's a bad decision at first, since
Hooper's right here.
get the initial 3 points, but they're in the same situation again, but they could have taken the 3 points. But this is what happens when you go for it on 4th down and you get a really solid field position. You know, that's what it's really all about here. And that's just simply what's happening here. But they cannot get the block. They got to protect it.
And that chip shot is good. So 10 minutes into the game, 21-yard field goal. Atlanta draws first blood.
Washington and Alex Smith and all this, and the riddle too. Brother Super Bowl. Harbaugh and Alex Smith was a backup and all this, and we have Derek Carr's. Derek Carr, number 4, and we have John Gruden, the Oakland coach. And what really is going on here for Super Bowl 54 is the murder and the killing of former Redskins safety Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor, played football at the University of Miami. Burglars came into his home, armed robbery. They shot him dead. Super Bowl 54, it's going to be a tribute to that killing of Sean Taylor by burglars. The burglars is what is going to symbolize the Oakland Raiders, the name Raiders. Raiders will be a hot bet for that Super Bowl, but it's going to be the Washington Redskins, I tell you, they're going to win that Super Bowl with Alex Smith. Because they are a health away from being a playoff team. They need healthy running backs. They have Deshaun Jackson. They got some good playmakers on defense. The Redskins are a team that's capable of finishing over 500 if they get better, efficient quarterback play. Alex Smith is a guy to do this. Gruden is an offensive mind, just like Andy Reid. He needs a quarterback that's not going to commit, that's not going to make those mistakes. To get healthy at the running back position is why I have the Washington Redskins as a playoff team. Same with Arizona. They're a playoff team as well. I've got them in the playoffs simply enough. This team's going to win the division. Then the Rams and the Redskins are going to take the wild card. But for Super Bowl 54, it's Redskins over the Raiders. They're not going to win. The guy doesn't know anything about football, okay? They're not winning. He doesn't know anything about the skins. There's no special formula for the Chicago Bears to make the playoffs and all of this and tribute to Khalil Mack or whatever. Okay, that's just going off script. The Redskins have zero chance of winning the Super Bowl this year. It's going to be luck over Aaron Rodgers. I'm the first guy to say that, July the 3rd of 2017. Zach can go fuck himself, telling me to retire from YouTube. This guy did not make a pick for the 2017 NBA Finals until the Warriors were up 2-0. He had the Rockets and the Thunder last year. He did not predict the matchup for last year's World Series like I did. So enough is enough. I could care less what he predicts since he doesn't even try to predict things long in advance. That's what gematria of the Kabbalah is about. I do not have respect for frauds out there who want to divide the truth community and tell others to get off YouTube. These people are not worthy of my respect. The people out there who ask for bogus donations for bogus runs for president just doesn't cut it. That's what he did. And, gullible people will be gullible, and they'll get conned by a con, I haven't taken a cent yet from any of my followers or asked for any PayPal donations. I have not even listed my PayPal on YouTube. I'm not about that. How about sharing information? How I get paid? It's free of charge for you guys. I get paid by views for YouTube, but simply enough, you're not putting your own money into that. This information is free of charge. If I really wanted to, I could charge left and right for future Super Bowl videos to have the right to go see it. But I'm not going to play that game because I'm not about that. Not about that.
Another 52 just like him.
Aaron Rodgers loses at Atlanta. The last game at the Georgia Dome, the Super Bowl this year, the injury, the 4-1 record, it's all written. It really is. We'll see if the Eagles can score a touchdown.
Offside. Defense number 98. Flag penalty.
You knew that was going to come eventually. The offsides here, the player going to line up, and it helps someone score.
Troy McClain, South Florida. Grady Jarrett, Clemson. Dick Beasley, Clemson. Devondre Campbell.
Devondre, that's a big baller name. DeAndre.
Desmond Trufant, Washington.
Trufant. Kano. These are big baller names. If I had a son, okay, just make up a big baller middle name. It's like, hey, I go with the big baller name. That could be the thing. Go with the middle name. Go with the middle name. This is what it's about. Fuck all these touchdowns. 7 and then 7 and then 14 and 7. This is football. It's defense and offense. It's balance. It's how it should be played. Fuck college football and all of this, unless if it's Notre Dame games or some other games where they're going to run pro sets and they're not going to go with flashy gimmicks. Because that's what RG3 and Kaepernick were. I still have my article on that as well. Yeah, the gay-ass Falcons only scored 3 points, and they did get a touchdown in the red zone on 4th down. They just went to run up the middle.
Anytime you see that slot corner blitzing off the edge.
But I got no players for fantasy, so it's like I'm watching a game. There's one particular team to win, and I'm not with that team. If the Nationals are winning right now, if I bet on the Reds today, I would have lost. It's 6-2 right now. That was a big surprise. And the Nationals are up right now. Trey Turner hit the 4th run. But I saw that Trey Turner leads the National League in stolen bases, I think. And then it's like Kane, and it's like Inciarte or Inciarte, or whoever that guy on the Braves is. Inciarte. Yeah, that name was like familiar and all. Like, maybe it was Martin Prado. That was part of the Martin Prado deal. Maybe that was. Shelby Miller. See, the offense looks confused.
Was there too much of a head bob?
This is on infraction. Defense
Come
number
on, D-backs.
Flag penalty. 3rd down.
Zach McKinley, pretty good hard count there too.
Yeah, and that's one of the new kind of thoughts in officiating this year, that they're going to blow those plays dead. In the past, you can think how many times Aaron Rodgers has gotten somebody to jump off sides. They run down the field and he throws a bomb because it's a free play. This year, they're supposed to get that. They get on that.
Well, my stream is ahead. I was watching earlier. So don't say anything. Hey, Tanya, I have a question. Was that your own intuition that you said Yankees versus Dodgers? That's just a question. Was there any work you did? Because, believe it or not, I've made a similar video already. And I can show you the video that I made. And I can explain once I look it up here. I did make a similar video except for the teams to win. I had the Dodgers over the Yankees simply enough because the Dodgers may end up ending a 31-year drought and they failed to win the World Series against Houston. It's Houston that equals 31. That's why I think the drought ends after 31 years. Simply enough, that's what I think is going to happen here. And then the Yankees win before Trump leaves office. It was sort of like the Cubs win the World Series before Chicago native Barack Obama left office. So a lot to look out for the MLB. Ooh, touchback.
The end zone. With half a minute to go in the quarter. Back in 30 seconds with tonight's next gen stats out by AWS.
34, Super Bowl 52. As time ran down in the first, Nick Foles was about to complete.
You know, this is not final. I have to go back and look up the work, but I have Boston, and Philadelphia. Maybe it was a big inning. But that's just I may go with. Like it's any combination of those two teams, the 76ers and the Celtics. I could totally see that happening. In fact, I had
the Nationals on the money line. So
I mean, I'll probably say that, Aaron Rodgers may get the best stats in the regular season. It's Andrew Luck. That's going to end up getting top 3, top 5 stats, but the ring along with it and this MVP conversation is something that the pundits are going to talk about during the playoffs too, and they'll talk about the surrounding games associated with the MVP chase. Like Carson Wentz, they deserve it, all this, and Tom Brady, of course, and Matt Ryan, what he's meant to the organization. Whoa, he could have caught that at number 23, I think. He could have picked that off. He could have picked that off. It's not easy to repeat, isn't it? And that's why the public.
I'm just telling you, in days gone by, you would have seen this receiver's head taken off. No question about it. You would have seen Rodney McLeod come up there and lay an under.
I have no idea. I don't know if he is. I haven't looked into it, to be honest, Aaron Donald. It was just maybe another Mark Sanchez at the worst. That's USC quarterbacks. I mean, Carson Palmer was the best USC quarterback. And he could not really win MVP. Well, Carson Palmer was a different story since he had injuries, so he had bad luck with the injuries. He was great. He was a Hall of Famer until he had those ACL injuries. It really was a shame that it happened that way, but it's just something that simply happened that can't do anything about it right now. So, Carson will have to be another time. Wonder what the over under for the game was.
Oh, I want to say it was 4.5. Are you saying for total score? Or,
for the NFL game, normally over unders or something like 45 or something.
Oh, I want to say it was 47.5. That's at least what I think I remember.
I deposited a little bit more money today with my bonus check.
Oh, nice.
I put some more just for this game for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I did a straight $10 bet for this one.
This is a really safe bet since I can't remember the last time that a Super Bowl champion lost the opening night. I wonder if that's ever happened.
Remember, it was weird when the Ravens, they had to play away because the Orioles didn't want to switch their game.
Oh, wait, the Ravens lost.
Yeah.
They lost their opening game.
But that was because they had to play in Denver.
That was on the road, yeah. The Peyton Manning threw 7 touchdowns that game.
Yeah, I had Peyton on my fantasy team that year, so I was happy with that.
Thanks. They just rate the league.
Oh, that year, Arian Foster was my number 1 pick, and he only played a few weeks. I still won the league only because of Manning having somehow a historic year. He was my second pick.
These two teams have represented the NFC in the last 2 Super Bowls.
The Broncos titles just have asterisks. They always have
Results.
controversy with them. Peyton Manning, and then you have the Buffalo and the whole salary cap. issue in the whole shot blocking on players' ankles and knees with like Shanahan. Yeah, people hated Denver for that too as well. It's a really dirty team. I've never liked the Denver Broncos.
So there, the result. I'll tell you
For a
what.
long time, Rich Young was in the
No matter who you root for.
6.
I was gonna say it was also against the Seahawks.
Yeah, these fuckers.
They made the most boring Super Bowl in the world.
Fuck! Ah,
I hated that Super Bowl. It was so great.
That game was as strange and as wonderful and beautiful as it could
He's a
possibly
genius.
be.
I never saw there's no way that game should have been.
These ebbs and flows. That one never end. It's not starts with a little toss to the left side. He barely got in his own right at that point. The Eagles
Remember how their first play was scrimmage was the same?
and that's going to make a fourth.
Apparently some guy won $10,000.
Some guys are good, and some guys
There was
are
some
good.
kid one that would be the first
Bunch
play
of
for
guys
scrimmage
is
was the
both.
same.
That's why they named the road after him in the offseason. Running out there,
They're only second time.
screen, and cut it off, in a position, loud as fuck.
They fired that ball and they went back and get
Boy, I remember that. So I'm surprised that he actually put me back for the first play of being safety and not the first score of the game of being first play, the safety is only
Apparently it was only the second time it ever
so
happened.
one.
Or maybe it was the first one.
It probably was the first one.
But not necessarily the first one. He didn't say it's gonna be.
Where's a Johnny Hay in this game? Okay, where is JK and Johnny Hay? Fuck the Eagles!
Really understands that and understands the blocking scheme. He is the one game coordinator.
Fuck you guys, we always beat you guys at the old NFC East guy. Fuck you. Then guess what? A few years will be even, there's nothing to do about it. It's the order of the NFL. I mean, you think about the Cowboys and all their chokes over the years. Why Cowboys can't win anything. Why the Niners are bad. The Niners are garbage. I can't wait to play you guys this year. I missed that caption that they showed a second ago. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. So Eagles offense is out of rhythm, and Nick Foles is not establishing a rhythm with his wide receivers.
I see Steven Wisniewski.
Who was here. He's won the last 2 Super Bowls with New England, Philadelphia, and moved on to Detroit in the offseason.
Yeah, and you just have to wonder who we might see in this game. Ajayi is.
Okay, Sam. Okay, the Rosen, he's gonna play on the bench. Okay, he's gonna be like Aaron Rodgers and sit on the bench. Okay, a bold prediction this season: Sam Bradford will play on the whole season, but he could miss a game. He could miss a couple of games, but I'd say he plays out an entire season without getting a major injury. But yes, the 1 game, the 2 game deals, it could happen. It could happen. Now they get a first down through the air.
Want to see why Jason Peters is so valuable? Watch this. They know he can block one-on-one on the outside.
Dude, I didn't have much to answer to this game.
Nothing whatsoever.
Super Bowl champions do miss the playoffs, so it begs the question. But maybe the Eagles pull away the division once Carson Wentz plays for them. I wonder who their next opponent is, the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is why I wanted Aguilar.
Oh, the Eagles got the Buccaneers. That could be an upset game. I think it can. Oh, the Colts against the Eagles. That guy. Oh, that's going to be swell. I'm going to watch that one if we're not playing on the road. The Colts against the Eagles. Super Bowl champion against this year's Super Bowl champion is going to be swell to watch. I have to see the Arizona Cardinals. And now with these people, I love my team and all. I like to know all the players. I'm not going to jack off and know everything about them all at the given time. So
Basically, this is exactly how Doug Peterson got Nick Foles going in the playoff.
they play the Eagles on the 23rd. The Cardinals play at home, so I'd be able to watch that game. I'm going with Sam Bradford to win with Larry Fitzgerald in the next coming few seasons. That's what I think he is going to do. And then that's what maybe what Carson Palmer's number 3 could resemble in regards to quarterback Sam Bradford. A fountain of youth potential. I think the ref will give him the first down, even though it looks like he's short. Let's see if he does.
They spotted in the 3rd inches or a first down. Take a look, and he's just short.
They did say it was short. Okay. I thought the refs would find a way to give him a first down. I was just suggesting.
First game, you were more exhausted than you could possibly imagine. I can't even explain.
I don't know. Damn, man, Charlotte sucks. Okay, they know big rocket. Jordan's just cashing in on the NBA, man. He already is the GOAT. No superstar will play for Charlotte. I mean, they'll never be good. NBA loves all the fucking big hot spots like LA, Miami, Chicago. And the Lakers are back at it again. Philadelphia, Boston, basketball coaches. That Colts Eagles game is going to be really interesting to see. I think the Indianapolis Colts could defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. I tell you, I'll be expecting big things from Andrew Luck this week. But I will be panicky if he does not play well during the second game of the season. Because it is week 1. And God bless it, I always find a way to win the week 1 game, and he can't win a game the rest of the year. Okay, that's God bless it, how he wins week 1. He beats that choke job, Andy Reid. The team could have won 15. Like, I knew Wilson Hunt was a disaster, but I was rooting for Wilson Hunt to still lose every single game just because of how the big disaster he was now. He was still cashing money from the San Diego Chargers when he was a head coach and all, and cashing in money from the Cardinals while he was with the San Diego Chargers. I mean, Wizzy Man really was Lane Kiffin was being a swindle like Ken Wilson Hunt. I built Kurt Warner. No, you didn't. Kurt Warner made you. Wilson Hunt. Wilson Hunt couldn't even beat the Niners in like 6 out of 7 games, something like that. He won 1 game against the Niners during that time by 2 points. He lost a 4-game homestand while with the Tennessee Titans. Wilson Hunt's like the worst coach in the history of the league.
That's not it. So what on the outside?
Like Wilson Hunt lost 58-0. Ken Wilson Hunt and is in up for 2. And
won 2 games, he lost to them too.
That was Art Shell. Art Shell beat the Cardinals that year. I saw that game. I got mad at Skip Bayless because he said that the first win was going to be against the Cardinals. He was trashing the Cardinals on national TV. At that time, it ended up happening, and Matt Leinart took a safety during that game too, I remember. And they were showing the rated crowd, and they were extremely happy to win that game. The crowd was just filled with emotion at that point.
And the only other game they won was against the defending Super Bowl champion Steelers.
What?
It was.
You what? In that season, that's how close they were to 0-16 was the Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Steelers They'll win in the Super Bowl.
Although that was their first year without Jerome Bettis. So they were doing that weird transition period.
I mean, realize here, people, that with the Super Bowl 54, I'm going to go with that, but the Raiders are going to win one particular year, and I'm going to hit the hammer and the nail of that prediction over at Inglewood, California. The Oakland Raiders lift up Lombardi. I'm going to go big at that point in time for that particular NFL season if the Raiders don't win any time in between now. So it will be so fucking swole. I don't even have to worry about wearing this stuff since I have a Raiders shirt to wear during the playoffs and some black sunglasses to look all swole and paw the hood at that time for Super Bowl 56. I'm just missing the black beanie. We're just going to get a Raider beanie during that time and then just give it away.
Look like a hood, look.
Dude, you're a joke, man. The Falcons are not going to win. Don't go with the Falcons on national TV. How about that? Oh, wait, the Rams choked. When's the last time their garbage-ass team won a playoff game? One season without David Johnson. It's just not going to cut it, bitches, okay? It ain't going to go cut it with y'all, okay? You're just not going to be better than Arizona this season. Your performance in the playoffs showed what kind of one-season wonder you are, and let's see how the Rams deal with the first-place schedule. I don't think you'll turn out to be as well as last year, but you win the division and you still make the playoffs. So, yeah, you guys got expectations. You better make the playoffs this season. Everyone expects you guys are going to be filled with pressure this season. Well, we don't have any pressures. No one expects us to do much. And it's just literally a few players back from injury to win the division. So fuck you guys.
I think I put that they're going to lose to the Packers.
For a moment, I had the Cardinals in an NFC Championship game. Like, I just remember, like, we'll be good, but I'm just like, we will make progress eventually, so I don't have to pick it this year. So I'll just like, hey, I'll just go with Drew Brees for one more time to make a deep run to play Aaron Rodgers. Maybe after what happened in Minnesota last year. I'd go with that for my NFC Championship game. It's the Saints against the Falcons. It was 2015, January. And I witnessed a referee like 2 seconds later, throw a flag very late. And, the player was interfered immensely, but he was called for offensive pass interference. It was unbelievable. And John Gruden even disagreed with the call on the field, and he said that he saw nothing. Fourth down or third down, until the Jefferson gets called for pass interference in the end zone. And I'm just like, hey, they were whining about a 7-9 or 7-8 team in the playoffs, and so they had to make them win the playoff game. That's, I think, happened in Ryan Lindley. That year we were hosting the Super Bowl and we see all these injuries happen. So, yes, I saw a lot that year. And I saw the Ray Lewis goal line stand and all, and certain things that happened. And, you think about what happened in the 49ers game where Bradshaw, he does not fumble the ball away. 49ers, the refs ruled a forward progress. They hurt the 49ers' chance to win the NFC Championship game. Saw what happened with the hold in the Super Bowl, where you can call that a hold. But I actually thought there wasn't holding, but it is judgmental enough to call it a hold. The Niner fans will whine, but your team didn't execute, but it's brave.
Well, it goes this way a lot in early season because the hardest thing.
The Lions are. I don't think the Vikings or the Packers will be better than them. They're garbage or mediocre. Matthew Stafford is making them better than what they should be. No running game for the Lions. Offensive play calls. Where will they be without Calvin Johnson. There'll still only be enough to make the team 7 to 8 wins. But getting to that next stage, I don't think the Lions can do compared to the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. But, Tannehill will make the playoffs. The Dolphins will make the playoffs, I really like. I think it is a quarterback's league. And I think the Dolphins' defensive line is really slow. And, they may have some good running back prospects to take advantage of. And they got the receiver from the New Orleans Saints, He was like Devin Cooks or someone. But the Miami Dolphins have Jarvis Landry, solid receiver. They got Cameron Wake on the defensive line. They got some physical quarterbacks I just can't think of right now, but if you say their names, then I would suddenly remember them. Oh, yeah. Joe Hayden, that's right. I mean, just,
Oh, wait, no, he's with the Steelers.
Yeah, I got traded from the Clowns to the Steelers. I remember the Clowns to the Steelers. You'll talk about the Cleveland Clowns here. But Ryan Tannehill's back from injury. The Dolphins went 6-10. They're able to sneak through in the weak AFC. They'll be a playoff team, in my opinion.
What players were you looking at from the Browns for like CBs?
The Browns, Joe Hayden, I was mentioning them.
What type of players?
I'm sorry, for what?
What players defensively? What position?
For?
The Browns. You were saying if you could hear players' names, you'd be able to say them.
You talk about Joe Hayden.
Oh, he's with the
Steelers. Got traded away to the Steelers.
I thought you were talking about on the Browns right now. So, defensive backs?
I don't know much about their defensive backs. I know that the defense is good against the run for Cleveland, pretty much. That their front seven is good, but their quarterbacks are average.
Quarterbacks, they have TJ Carey, Jake Gaines, Aaron Smith, that's all nice.
We don't know any of the Cleveland Clowns defensive backs. Let's remember. I mean, this team went 0-16. I mean, holy swallow.
I mean, obviously, he's good Raiders, but I know
I mean, how can a team with a good offensive line like that have some very bad quarterback play, and the defense just gives up second half passing yards, and they crumble under pressure when their quarterback is taking them out of the game. That's what happens with Cleveland. And they have an opportunity to even beat the Ravens this year, but they typically lose both games against the Ravens. I wonder if they did that last year. Yeah, you see, it's Cleveland. They did so. I mean, how good can the Browns be? But they still can't even jump teams like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and even the talent in Cincinnati. Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis is a choker, but he gets talent in Cincinnati. So let me know what you think of my fantasy football team. I mean, I posted my team there. I hate gay ratings, and the ratings are overrated. When you start to see all of my selections and what I have and who can return. Yes, we're talking about Des Bryant going to be signed by a playoff contender at some point. Washington may be a prospect because they deal with free agency a lot. I mean, they'll try to get Des Bryant, in my opinion. I think the Redskins should be towards the top of that list. Maybe Green Bay. Maybe not Arizona. Maybe Indianapolis. Des Bryant's from Oklahoma, so any team nearby. No way he joined the Cleves, so I don't think. He wouldn't go to Hillbilly Town over there. He would go in that small bucket.
on second down and 9.
Andrew Luck. Yo, you mad, bro? You're saying that the Texans are going to make the playoffs over the Jaguars. So you got that script. I mean, we'll see. I mean, one thing about the Texans is that they have DeAndre Hopkins, and their defense one of the best in the league. So I can see it happening. If you say so, if the Flags are going to choke and be the typical little flag wars that they are, that Blake Bortles is not the answer, that he's a scrub, but I would still take Derek Carr over him. And Raiders are lying if they tell you Blake Bortles is better than a choker Derek Carr. They go suck. Okay, they are rubbish. Okay, they don't know anything if they think that Blake Bortles was responsible for the team's success. This is a long game. Yeah. What? Okay, the ref here. The ref is gonna.
You said this is a long game where Chris Long has to play.
What is happening here? I want the Eagles to win the game. I think they'll win over the chokers of national TV in the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons.
I thought that's the Chargers.
That's the Chargers too.
The third time in Long's career as a local basketball. He's here on a jet sweep and then runs and take off. Doesn't do that often. Slides to the
Right.
23-yard line. And 2 second down and 8.5 to go.
I know why are the people picking the gay-ass Tennessee Titans to win the game here. I mean, the Tennessee Titanics, dude, the Tennessee Titanics were really mediocre last year in bringing a defensive coach, a linebacker coach, and going away from an offensive coach. It's going to really hurt this quarterback that they got, Mariota, who I think is simply not good enough to cut it from the pocket in the NFL.
Wait, what the fuck?
Deshaun Watson's injury. Deshaun.
You didn't see what was on the screen.
Yeah. Okay. About that game going on while the NFL game is going on here, but who knows what David Johnson could be, but I think he's going to be here for quite a long time, and Todd Gurley too. I mean, those two teams are going to be at the top of the division, and Juan Soto lines it to the right field line.
Is going to stop him.
Price Martin with 4 guys. It is 4-4. It is the Barkley 8 getting one now with the runner on second and third.
It's a double for Soto.
On probably Comcast Chicago. Yep.
Played by Zobrist out here and right. It's over there in a hurry.
WGN. But they air the games on Comcast Chicago for you.
Throw up the stop sign for Harper.
Is that how it is? I mean,
Double into the corner.
I thought they aired on WGN tomorrow.
I mean, maybe multiple networks podcast. That'll go. Maybe if that was such a thing.
For a change, Mark Reynolds do.
They maybe air it to Comcast Chicago.
Comcast Chicago?
Yeah, that's what I'm showing right now. I'm showing an NBC screen on the game. There is a picture in the game. The Chicago Cubs are in trouble here. And we have to keep a watch on the Atlanta Braves, and they're choking right now. There's 2-0 Braves. The defense beat a bunch of fuck bitches again. Oh, fuck this team. Okay, they're soft. They can't stand up and get their thing together and beat playoff contenders and win that fucking stadium.
NBC Sports Chicago.
I am just so sick and tired of this. I mean, son of a bitch! Season is not over yet. Quit Jack it up and get your mic straight, D-backs! What is going on? This is what it feels like when I see this team. I mean, the fucking Dodgers, D-backs are their fucking bitch. Okay, it's fucking true. But he won a World Series more recently during our time in the league. You still haven't won it yet since we were in the league. Don't think, go suck it, guys. Yeah! I ended up losing a bet on the Dodgers in the World Series, but you guys still lost. Oh, fuck, you guys are losing that way. You lost. Texans won't win anything, man. Not anytime soon, okay? Let's stop there. I have no idea about Super Bowl 55. 56, I got 58, I got 57. Leading towards Green Bay. I'm leaning towards Super Bowl 57 for Green Bay. I just haven't made the video yet. But they're the ones I set the private. 56, 58, 59, 55. Broncos, they'll finish in third place. That's what I think. Case Keenum will be a bust. Quarterback supply is really low in the NFL. That's why their salaries go up. There is a high demand for them. There are not many out there. Come on! Nationals!
Here's a pitch, swing and a miss.
That was right down Broadway. 6-3, okay? The Eagles have the 2-minute warning. They have 2 timeouts. We can see a tie game, or we can see the 10 points of the Eagles to see a total of 13 points for the first half. And 13 colonies, in America, in the first capital at Philadelphia, the Declaration of Independence was signed. Number 13, if we see the Eagles score a touchdown here before the half.
Half left, Morris centers over his
You see
right.
13 points, okay, but the 16 points
Try to cut down Harper on
at
a
the half,
potential sack
it's 10-6.
fly.
What could that symbolize? That's a good question.
All 3 pitches in the zone.
They won 52 yards for a field goal. They just won Super Bowl 52. Interesting stuff.
Trying to get the ball down, but they wanted that one up out of the zone.
Talk about their first score of the season.
The first score of the season for the Philadelphia Eagles, 52-yard field. Yeah, 52-yard field. Why is he running backwards? I'd chew him out if I was on the sideline telling how fucking gay he is and run forward and take what is in front of you. I'd blow his head off right in front of his face.
You start to have that conversation in your head. Trying to throw that down and in. Slider.
What I'm talking about, Philadelphia Eagles.
Riding fastball.
I think they can score a touchdown. Yeah, of course.
Catch up.
It's just a defensive game. Both of them.
Basically, that's what they did in the divisional playoff. I do think, though, the lack of playing time,
He'd walk to Harper. Don't slide to right.
shows up a little more on the offense.
Here we are. This is in for Edwards. Strike pitch. Takes it.
That was a ball.
1-2.
The Nationals are looking to break even.
Shook to the slider.
Looking to get the lead.
Actually asked for a fastball. He did. He got the little guy just in the dugout. Zella will set the pitch to the catcher, especially in a situation like this. Their advanced work in the scouting reports. This game tied.
Come on, sack line.
Solver's
Come on.
over.
Oh, that's really deep.
Ah!
And it would have been
interesting decision. You say don't catch him.
Not the 8th inning. It's a winning run.
Yeah, that's a good issue for an outfielder.
That ball.
When it lands in foul territory, you just let it drop. That way they can't tag up.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
50 out.
We're not trading it out for a run here.
I'd start to do the preview video for season 57, but then I'll be set to private as well. After a certain amount of time, then you can see it, 3 years down the road. Just so we can maintain the world of the NFL and I can start exposing and whatnot. That's what you do.
I think is the one that they're trying to make. That the one out of way, it's a little bit easier to get to.
Swing and a miss. He was late on 96.
That was 96
Oh, was that huge?
Yeah, well, he didn't flinch on those previous sliders, but maybe it was enough to just plant that seed in his mind that maybe he'd throw the breaking ball again because he was way behind that fastball.
Yeah, the Broncos are not making the playoffs. He's going to be a bust. The Chiefs are going to be horrible. Oh, that gimmick quarterback from Texas A&M, that ain't going to go cutting high. I know. Here we go. That's ball one.
Against a wild pitch here. I think Harper would take off on anything that gets by Caratini.
Yeah, I think you got to be in a go mode here. You got to be aggressive with 2 outs. You got to make sure you get that back door down and run the 5
Fastball.
It's time to come through here. This game 5 for the division series.
Okay, get it slow, no huddle here. Work it down the field. That's where it's about.
Tough, tight ball game.
Nice time. What did?
By the way, I was wondering about Wilson against lefty to face a righty.
Yeah, we could possibly see a touchdown here on number 97. I think it's injury that equals 97. It is sack that equals 97. It is violent that equals 97. I could do a video on football.
Dan's working with Tommy Hollaby does, like Borzello and Joe.
And that was the call right there.
The body weight in that case is 305 pounds. So first down at the 25-yard line. Chasing the pass with another flag is caught. It's a 6-yard gain. Aguilar is a good first half, at least in terms of number of
a minute and 44 left.
Much yardage. Get the call from John Hudson.
And Toll was breaking the pocket that made it tough. I think right late.
First time Wilson and Depot have matched up.
It's gesture in order. It's Mark of the Beast in Gematria that equals 144. There's a minute and 44 left.
Third, that was the third. So it belongs to Carl. Moment belongs to Wilson.
That's a better catch.
Since that 2 minutes.
Left center. And it'll be caught. They have lots of breaking the lights, but he makes the grab on the line. And Wilson gets out of the 8. 1-4.
Body weight on the quarterback to get them out of the hole because they were going to make a stand there for Marquand Manuel.
Trey Young. I don't know about Trey Young. where he plays. I have to see the draft order again. I've like paying attention to other sports during this time, but you have to tell me the team though. He drops it. He's being gay. He's being paid all this billions to catch a football, and he cannot catch him in front of him. It's like, fuck you guys. You suck so much at your job, and you keep it. You clowns can quit at any time and collect your paycheck. You bunch of bums. The Falcons run the ball well. Their offensive coordinator is going to call pass plays. It's going to go all bad for them. The NBA is gay at the big cities. It's all about marketing and ratings. Foles is garbage. You suck if you drafted Nick Foles. I drafted Andrew. Who did you draft?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah! Big ballers of fantasy. Best quarterback in the AFC, the best quarterback in the NFC this year.
Let me see who my backup is.
Drew Brees could even finish second statistically this year. The cousin is a solid show. All my plans on what time we're going to have a bye, and I plan on just doing that, not making any changes and saving the changes for the end of the season. I'll try it out. I'll get a fast start.
This is bullshit.
Maddox is the second foul on him tonight. Each team now has been penalized 6 times in the game.
Now that we are going to swing back to Atlanta Falcons. We have plenty of time to work over there.
The NBA is just a business here.
Well, the drive for the West into the racing capital of the world comes to NASCAR Cup Series.
NASCAR! Tony, we gotta get into horse racing.
Horse racing, let's go.
Why do you hate horse racing?
Our ugly successor, look at him reveal. The red start bucket grass. Here we go! He goes! E-A-G-O-E-S! He goes! E-A-G-O-E-S! He goes!
Of the night, for a total of 78 yards.
Eventually, they're going to have to run someone underneath Julio Jones because the corners are playing so far off. In particular, Jalen Mills. You can tell they're just a little bit afraid they're going to give up something deep, as they should be in this part of the field, but then some of those plays are going to be there.
Stability in motion. Resets in the slot.
Oh, he almost caught it. Number 23 again. He's due for a pick. 23 is due for a pick.
Watch Jenkins drop underneath Julio, so now he's got to
That was Malcolm Jenkins.
And really should have made one of the plays in the game right here. Big opportunity lost by Rodney McLeod.
The clock.
Second and 10. Many turnovers in the game of this quarter.
Nice quick tackle there. That's what the Philadelphia Eagles does. You call timeout. You let the play clock run out. You see what the Falcons do. You use your 2 timeouts. Situational football. There you go. They can tie the game here.
means fourth down. So Philadelphia's going to get the ball back.
Tony, let's go Nationals.
37 seconds or
What's that?
whatever.
Let's go
Go
Nationals.
I
Nationals.
think Ronald Darby is really poised to have a great year.
It's they got one out in the top of the ninth. Anthony Rizzo up, and it's like one.
So Mendes has great speed, and he matches up pretty well on the outside against Julio.
Who's got a flag on now?
False
This
start.
will mean nothing because the play was twisted dead at the inception.
Likely a false start here.
False start. Offense.
False start.
5-yard penalty. Fourth down. Will the game clock operator please reset the game clock to 44 seconds, please? 4-4.
And the summer shot.
Well, Falcons defensive end Vic Beasley is in attack right now.
All right, you never know what is up with that. If there is ever such a thing, but you never know the meaning that they take on with what it really is.
His best assets out.
Michelle, he was the guy
What the mark of the beast really is.
around fourth and 8 now. This is Sproles now from the 18-yard line. It's slick move there. And back he comes to about 25-yard line and another flag.
Late hit or something.
This looks like the first preseason game of all this laundry. We had 13 penalties in the game accepted. Will this be the 14th? I see plenty of camera time tonight.
After the play is over, it's no foul. Receiving team number 50.
Yay.
Penalties out to this is the goal. First down.
Leroy.
That was rubbish.
Ryan got off to a hot start with Jones in particular.
D-backs are being a punt bitch team.
And for Foles,
Can't
he's
fucking take it.
averaging 4 yards per pass, 61 yards and 15 attempts. He's gone to the ground twice.
Well, there's still time to work with here, and you can play it safe and still try and get that first down, and with a couple of timeouts to make something out of it. You just don't want to do anything crazy and get them.
On the 4-yard line. The flag for someone to jump up, and they got one. Really on the left side of the run, Brooks Reed, who came across the line.
Offside. Defense number 50. 5-yard penalty. First down.
I believe it's Reed. And that will be the 8th penalty against Atlanta, 7 against Philadelphia.
Yeah, give a little credit to Nick Foles a couple of times now in key moments. He's gone to the hard count and it's paid off.
Let's see here. 29 seconds. Just all long ball. Go for a goal round here. No risk it, no biscuit. No risk it, no biscuit. Howdy! Howdy! Woo! Let's go with Philly Fun! Boo! No risk it, no biscuit, as Bruce Arians would say. Yeah, baby bird, baby bird. Bombs away!
That looks like pass interference. It's one thing if he's turned around, he's got the arm hooked.
So it is the top of the ninth inning. Keep this stream on. Stream on. Okay,
Terry, we're
23rd.
done with our subjectivity.
Yeah, we're looking for February.
So that, and Terry will go in with us, take us through this one.
So yeah, the first thing you look at is he playing the ball, and he's not. And is there contact that restricts the receiver? Now, it's right on the edge right here. I'd say probably no call is best now that I look at it in this angle. Some slight contact.
That is 133 and 134 days from Eagles Colts to Super Bowl 52. Now, the only thing that I know about 133 is that it's government that equals 133. Maybe have something to do with the blue wave of 2018 event after. That's what I think is happening.
Sits on that sideline, and that goes into the Atlanta bench. Third down.
You know, the Bears won the trade. I have my notes. The Bears lost the trade. That's what I'd like to say. The Bears lost the trade. You know, the Raiders have 5 first-round draft picks.
Crazy can happen at this point, so he's going to throw it pretty safe. Wouldn't be totally surprised if it's a screen or something just to.
In 2020, they're going to get high draft picks because the Bears are going to be at the bottom of their division during that time. They're in a Matthew Stafford or Kirk Cousins kind of injury. They didn't get it. First half is going to end here.
So what are the probabilities of
Go back to the Nationals game. Andrew Stevenson. In the game, number 45, can you make the score 5-4? Well, he doesn't swing out a pitch right down the middle. I'm just at the half of it.
Clearly, the Atlanta Falcons were trying to call it.
So go figure that one out, because you still have to say you would think the Falcons has to win. Here's Johnson.
The one thing that's always in play here, this is a shank punt. Sure, you can come up and fair catch it and have a free
Try to butt it down the line.
field goal.
That's why we swing into here now. Oh, that's a penalty.
It takes 4 seconds off the clock. Takes it from 9 to 5.
Go to the kicker. Defense number 54. 15-yard penalty. 1 minute. First down.
Hail Mary time. If it's close enough.
Yeah, that's his name. Yale.
He's had a couple of penalties already here in the first half. Into the kicking leg as it hit the ground.
Blocked it. We want to get 5 seconds.
But by taking that timeout, now they can't have something quick and try. You know what I mean? You take a lot of options off the board here. At this point now, basically, you just have to keep them running.
It's probably like Anthony Robles up the bat. God damn, I try another play here.
The Bluebirds are up. Love is a fleeting
You
thing.
want to go to Clovers right now?
You pause your screen.
All right, championship money is about 30 minutes on the clock. Coming up, Rodney and Tony were talking about these Falcons who struggled in the red zone just like last year. We'll ask them why. Also, we'll hear from Aaron Rodgers, Sunday Night Football, the Packers and the Bears, and Aaron Rodgers will tell Peter King why Sunday night's game isn't just another road. It's all to come on the Return Halftime after this. Most innovative, in-series Shooting football stores.
It's 1-2 count. Anthony Robles. Taking a while to throw the pitch. One last pitch. Bing. Work.
Joe Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
Julio Jones 4 catches for 78 yards, but not the yards they needed. It kind of does lead to 2 field goals. 6-3 at the break. The over for the 2018 season. Mike Tirico, Tony Dungy, Rodney Arizona. 4 penalties for points. It was pretty sloppy. But Tony, Rodney, same thing like last year for Atlanta. Get down to the red zone, not enough. 9 plays in the red zone, 7 yards.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Falcons' game plan offensively. All offseason they talked about getting the ball to Julio Jones more in the red zone. They do a great job of launching the ball up and down the field. But once they get down to the red zone, not one opportunity for Julio Jones.
So they took the receivers out, they got to the 1-yard line, put the big tight ends in, trying to get the ball to Devontae Freeman on kind of a gadget play, and then run outside. Now the next time they get down there, they do put Julio in. But what happens?
And Matt Ryan, he drops back. And even though Julio Jones is double teamed, he doesn't even look his way. Once again, like I told you earlier today, you have to force the ball to Julio. He's such a dynamic force. He's big and strong. Get him the ball.
And we talked in the tunnel that the defense is going to be ahead of the offense. I think this is more bad offense than great defense.
Great Super Bowl week 1. We'll have quarter Peter King's conversation. Packers Aaron Rodgers coming up next. But first, Toyota reminds us that when the going gets tough, Chuck Roberts calls on the Chipotle.
Rivalry with the Chicago Bears is fierce, and when you slowly hurt time because of the Packers. Packers fans are the worst.
Bears fans are still clinging to 1985. It's over, guys.
No, Pack, no, nothing,
They are an extra play late by geography and legacy. The Packers and Bears renew the league's most played rivalry on Sunday night. After all, who else should open the Packers' 100th season in Green Bay? A place made special by its history, as Aaron Rodgers spoke with Peter King about earlier this week.
You're going to run out onto this field on Sunday night, leading the Packers into the first game of the next century. What are you going to feel like Sunday night when you do that?
Proud. You know, this is one of the top positions in all sports, I think. We feel like we are America's team. You know, the teams have kind of taken that mantra from time to time, but you know, we're just a blue-collar city with a team that's been around there for 100 years and been a part of some incredible NFL history. For me, there's no better job in sports.
And one of the men who did that job was Bart Starr. Peter met with him as well. And that'll be a great visit that you'll see in a must-see feature Sunday night on Football Night in America. And then Tony Rodney will see the game. Aaron Rodgers missed 9 games last year. Packers didn't make the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. He's ready to go.
He is. The thing I love about Aaron Rodgers, he makes every receiver who plays with him better. Now, he's got a challenge this year because he's got a lot of new guys, young guys, but he also has Jimmy Graham, who is a great player, and I think he's going to make Graham even better this year.
Speaking about additions, you know the Bears via trade from the Raiders acquired former Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack, great pass rusher. Matt Nagy, their coach, told me today he will play on a pitch count. How much better did he make their defense?
Well, they were a top 10 defense without Khalil Mack. With Khalil Mack, I think they could be a top 5 defense. And the thing about it, as a defensive back, it's like a gift getting a guy like him because you know the ball has to come out quick. You know he's got to get pressure. When I look at Khalil Mack, there's no one on the Green Bay Packers that can block this guy one-on-one. He's going to be captain.
Adds to a great matchup. We'll have coverage for you 70s beginning with Football Night in America. Well, tomorrow morning on Today,
A look back at the life and career of Hollywood legend Burt Reynolds, who passed away earlier today. That's tomorrow morning, only on Today. Atlanta leads 6-3. Philadelphia gets the ball. See if they can get their offense going. 4-3 without Christmas show. Coming up right after this. This has been the Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
Tonight's first half highlights are brought to you by Chevrolet.
How about that? Stiff arm right there by Julio Jones. Nobody has arms as long as this guy.
And he running it straight into the outside. No! Goal line stand. Ryan's on the second.
Jordan Hicks goes right through.
Chevy is your GE powered dependability awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Ready to get the second half underway in Philadelphia, PA. On this steamy Thursday night, temperature right now 81 degrees. Atlanta on top by a score of 6-3. Some big field goals in the game. You can see our first touchdown of the season. Matt Ryan, 9 of 19. Good first drive, not much since. Nick Foles' tough time getting started. 18 passes for 65 yards. Sacked a couple of times. Julio Jones had a nice half with 4 receptions, 78 yards. And the Eagles offense 3 points, 4 drives, and 2.3 yards per play. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya on opening night. First of 256 regular season games. It's a matter of tuning in right now. You're wondering why it's a late delay of almost 45 minutes to start the second half. With a touchdown.
Well, let's talk about coverage linebackers because these two guys have been the story. Jones, we told you one of the absolute best cover guys.
Andre Campbell a little jealous. He was the one that really did the most damage against Zach Ertz in that first half. I did not think anybody could cover Zach Ertz one-on-one in this league, and those two guys have done a job.
2 catches for 17 yards. And we left you at the end of the first half. Jason Kelsey was hobbling on the sideline, but he's again the All-Pro center. For the better centers in the league, Kelsey, Alex Mack on the other side. So Falls going to get a shot here in the second half. Varsity RPO, that's a pass, and it's caught. But Hurts even 9 with no shot.
Doug Peterson told me this opening drive is big, that Nick Foles is getting hit too much. They need to shore up pass protection. You saw Jason Kelsey limp off just before halftime, but Peterson told me he is good to go. Dan Quinn was impressed with both defenses in the first half, credited Philly's defense for keeping them out of the red zone. But Al, he said they do have other red zone packages they plan to roll out here in the second half.
I think they're going to have to after that plus on 4th and goal in the first quarter. Opportunity to move down the field. Goal line stand. It's a 3 on the 37-yard line.
Now, you see the Atlanta Falcons defensive line shift late in the snap count. The reason they're doing that is that Jason Kelsey is so smart to center. See that jump over there? They do not want Kelsey to have time to alter the call, so they're trying to jump late. So anything that he does, he's so good at pulling out and finding angles and different things with their running game. And I think that's disrupting them just a bit.
This time they're stationary, it's Foles backs up the throw, wobbling pass, and a dangerous pass. Brian Poole was there. He makes your picking for Hurts, and they're going to Zach's way early in the third quarter. Flag is down.
Before the pass is thrown, illegal contact, defense, number 23, flag penalty, automatic, first down.
On Robert Alford, and it's the 10th penalty against Atlanta of the game.
It's been a lot of man-to-man all the way across. Got that forearm across. Rolling that. You're tight down the field today.
Foles at the 41. 20 in the backfield. Corey Clement is in his own man. And that's not it for him. They wrestle down at the line of scrimmage. They can get second down and 10.
One thing that's always so hard about playing the Atlanta Falcons or Seattle Seahawks is they always have an extra man down in the box. They are a single high coverage team, and so you will see their safeties down, and there's one more person down there that you can eventually block. Now, one of the things the RPO will do is bounce that out a little bit, because now you have one unblocked guy down there. But you can see they got a lot around the line of scrimmage right here.
9, play action, Foles. Almost picked up in the 40-yard line. Alford is there. That's a little late, 3rd down 9. Talking about Seattle moving the guys down the box. Dan Quinn, of course, was the defensive coordinator of Seattle before he came to Atlanta.
He absolutely was. And Rush right back up here, excuse me, as Nick Foles thought that Alford was going to go across the field with the crosser. Instead, he slugged off into a zone, and Foles almost threw it right to him. So 2 plays in a row now, Atlanta defensive backs got their hands on the football.
3rd and 9. Clement splits wide to the left. Pass goes the other way. So the Jaguars get a lot of catches tonight, but for next to nothing. Trufant is there, covering on the play. Now you've got Keanu Neal down for the second time. It was a leg before, leg injury. Once the 10 came back in. So Aguilar catches his 7th pass of the night with 31 yards. That's less than 4 yards of reception, but right now, all eyes in Atlanta on that man. So an injury timeout early in the 3rd. NBC's NFL Kickoff Special being brought to you by the all-new, totally remixed Volkswagen Jetta. By Peppermint, tomorrow Jennifer Garner is back in action. By Subway, make it what you want. And by Microsoft Surface. New location in Minneapolis. The first Sunday in February, Doug Peterson and the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Hurry down Broad Street. Action crowds. That man will not be picking up too many restaurant checks for the mountains of in Philly. So it's fourth down, another punt. This is Cameron Johnston. He's had a nice night. He's averaging 60 yards on 8 punts. And fair catch is made by Justin Hardy. Atlanta with Buckle.
That's some good news for Philadelphia Eagles fans. Their two stars are playing like the stars out there. Fletcher Cox on the goal line with a huge play. Brandon Grant, Super Bowl hero, unblocked coming across. These guys understand what offenses are trying to do to them. Cox are out there on the screen. Brandon Grant there to clean it up. Those are their two best. Malcolm Jenkins, I would put very close to that list as well. That is the organizer on that defense.
Let's cover this right from Sky King. You can see where the skill position players are. You can also see how far Freeman has to go to pick up the first time he gets to have 8 here. Jordan Hicks got hurt last year and back healthy this season. Had a great year the year before. Good in the middle.
Yeah, he really is, and he's a tremendous coverage inside linebacker as well. The game is really moving that direction, just because you have to have a linebacker at some point that can cover one of these backs one-on-one out of the backfield. I mean, that's just the way the game is evolving.
Ryan for the outside, that'll be caught by Jones for a short gain, good enough for a first down. Covered there by Darby for Julio Jones. That's 5 catches for 82 yards.
Yeah, and I think all that Matt Ryan is doing right now is sort of keeping his eye on Malcolm Jenkins. They have big tight end groups in the game, and as long as they look like they are down in a man coverage type of situation, they're just going to continue to take advantage of his formation out there. He's just reading, and right now this is single safety, so pretty good likelihood that they're going to 1 or go to 3 down the field.
Goes left, he goes right. Jones going to get underneath it. Julio Jones covered by Jalen Mills, but he's out of bounds. Came down with it, but he's on the chalk, and it's 2nd and 10 incomplete.
Well, he got it, but when did possession take place? Double move here. And that's what everybody does to Jalen Mills. Their pass rush is so good. The corners try and jump. No possession, no possession. Was there possession there? That's interesting.
And
they
have a challenge here because
he has that bend against his shoulder. I think he was out at that point. It's close. I don't know if you have a definitive look, at least so far, though.
So Dan Quinn Challenging, worthwhile here because it's a big
The
game.
man is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. Time out.
If they win it, it's 52 yards.
I'm back here as the second half started yet for the Eagles game. I have to go see here. No outs here.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. Take a complete pass. The man will be charged with timeout. They have one challenge remaining.
Wow, a big break for the Eagles. We were looking at it during the commercial. This was really close. Get back to it in a second. But right now,
Man, first and second.
It's flushed out. He was easy to go to the bench. They look at it. This is a tackle. The flag comes in. Didn't get outside. Let's go attack the box. Well, we can tear it to the bench.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Number 2.
Intentional grounding.
Lost it down.
Fitz is the best. Eagles are going to win.
Look at this tackle box right in there.
That's grounded.
And then back in. They really never got out of there. There was no receiver inside. I do believe that's the right call.
I'll say it again. Say whatever you want about them. They don't quit.
You got a third down, a third and 24.
Thank you. See if they put ketchup in here.
Very minimal there.
See the first play.
Let's go back to this Julio Jones split, bringing Terry McCauley as well. We're sitting here during the commercial, Terry. We thought maybe this is going to be ruled a catch.
I really agree, Al. This looks like a definitive angle. He hands the ball to his shoulder right there in bounds. There's no movement at all after he does that. You know, we knew they were going to be a little more circumspect about reversing this year. I think they went a little bit too far that time. But I think there's clear definitive evidence that
it would have been a 52-yard game. Instead, they wanted to punt him into the 28. Sproles. He's going back into the 37-yard line.
See here.
Remaining in the third quarter. 6-3. Let's go back and look at it.
Right, Eagles have the ball here. They can attack.
Look, I mean, is it definitive? He caught the ball once he gets it into his I don't see
Scott
another
Cole
man
is
moving
here.
there. And it can touch the
Wisconsin
ground
burger
like
reports.
Terry O'Connell. He's clearly in bounds.
A lot of people in Wisconsin are heavy.
Yeah, no wonder why they
You
are.
don't see it from there. That's probably the angle they were looking at.
AKA Packer fans.
Make that a catch, but what do I know?
It's history. From the 37-yard line. There's not been only one semi-decent drive today. Pass was called on the outside by the rookie Dyer. About 5 yards. Second down.
I think they were happy to see Dallas Goddard get a reception. And it's true, Allie. Your first game, when you're a rookie, you just need to touch the ball a little bit. Your nerves, I don't care what anybody says, your first game in the NFL.
Touch the ball. Give it to the rook.
Get him engaged. Get him involved. That's what they need to do with Ertz as well.
It's not like well, regional and so that we need 2nd and 5. Balls throws. Starts. Comes over a little bit short as he moves to the sticks. And let's check in with Michelle.
Well, Falcons safety Keanu Neal was just walked back to the locker room. He is out with a knee injury. They looked at his left knee in the tent. That's the same knee he had examined in the first half, but came back in and played on it. But now, out.
Well, the Falcons have an injury.
Monte Casey comes in, second year down at San Diego State. Last year.
Looks like they're going jumbo package here, trying to load up. Get this first down.
Smash mouth. First down.
To the 44-yard line.
A giant.
And that extra offensive lineman in the game just gives you an opportunity to spread that entire group out a little bit more. Say while they're up together. These guys get a little wider. Create some room inside for Johnny.
The Peterson, of course, calls all the plays. They lost their offensive coordinator in the offseason, Frank Roth. And the Indianapolis become the head coach. And Josh McDaniels walked away from that job. The 43-yard line. And it's a complete second down cover there by Deion Jones. They're getting frustrated.
Well, and I think they thought that was pass interference there, too. And he did get there a little bit early, but at least what I've seen so far, they're just no go at it out here tonight.
And this game is like a playoff game for sure. It's more physical. It's got the feeling of a playoff game.
To the 41-yard line. And then the 3rd down and 5. Carson Wentz on the sideline. Again, not clear for contact yet. ACL and LCL 9 months ago. You've got McKinley, who is the Falcon down here. And we're hoping Wentz is in soon.
The violent nature of the game. And all that happened last year in the 97 season with all the injuries. God, this cold weather is so filling. Who's on for fantasy tonight for your team? If anyone,
Hayden Colton.
Big ball Colton. Whoever's got the Eagles defense doing a pretty slow job right now.
Oh, the defenses are getting a lot of points.
Good. Cardinals defense probably won't get a lot of points this week since Alex Smith likes to play safe. think that points is probably for the fumble or something.
Points is more detrimental. Points allowed is more detrimental fantasy than the yards given up.
Coming this fall, a legendary hospital with a regular.
Congrats. That's 2-5 next down. That's a big loss. Hey, what's up, Joey? What is up? BBJ, big ballin' Joey in the house. Taking that bumper.
There's Packers, perfect cross. No Gibson telling us a couple of times during practice, really overthrew it. By funny anything, surface, just wildly. A little danger.
I can't get over the story though. When Nick Foles basically tried not to lie, I'm going back to the here's the quote from Doug Peterson. First time we did it, Larry Burton, we were able to see
They overthrew the ball. Or did they run the play continuous times until they perfected it before they used it in the game? Yeah, that was a play the Eagles needed.
Corey Clement told me that Nick Foles came back to the huddle with a look on his face he hadn't seen all game, called the Philly special.
Man, Tampa Bay could beat these guys with the way they played today. I wouldn't doubt that as an upside pick. I'd include Tampa Bay in the parlay for next week. Since Wentz, we don't know when he's going to be back.
I think he'll be back at the end of this month or beginning of October.
So the Eagles have a slow start because of that.
When's their bye week?
Doug Peterson never intended that.
I have no idea.
Resort play the Philly special. He had it on his card as either
The Philly special is what they call it.
he could come back with at least one more down, and then you saw during the game.
My favorite's the double Y spider banana.
He paused. You could see he paused for a while. Yeah, let's go.
About fake draw, throw up the middle to the tight end. Right up the middle to the tight end. Yes! To the tight end! There! See, that's big ball play calling there. Don't go to the right or there's left under pressure. Just look right in front of him. Look for that tight end. You see, that was just a good play call there by the offensive coordinator. The tight end looks like he's going out for a wheel route. But he cuts back to the center of the field. He's right there with no linebacker. Perfect play call against his defense. A Philly sweep there is Sproles. He's this short to score on the touchdown.
Question that Deion Jones, one of the fastest players in football. He was flying, he couldn't get there. Now he's hurt. Becoming a war of attrition out there.
I mean, you've got Neal, you've got Trufant, and Jones. Those are three big guys in the Atlantic defense.
Yeah, you're screwed if you took these choke artists on national TV. It's like San Diego. It's like free money anytime the San Diego Chargers or the Atlanta Falcons play on primetime TV.
They suck.
For the most part, outside of that Super Bowl run. If you decide to take a veteran Matt Ryan over a young quarterback Russell Wilson, his first playoff appearance, he lost in the divisional round in Atlanta. Then he lost to San Francisco. Now they're just due for a pick. Matt Ryan is.
Got everything ignited with that play call with really special two. On a third down, nothing was going on. The crowd was quiet, nothing to cheer about. And that got them electrified. McKinley is back in the
So the announcers know how this play that they ran right before it happened. They're able to show a graphic that Nick Foles passed, that Nick Foles catch on that running back camera. Ajayi gets it. Ajayi for the touchdown. The Eagles are up. Yeah! Eagles! Clear them out. Clear the defense. That's what the third quarter is. Who does that? Now the Eagles can run the ball and control the game. They can do that.
He didn't go, and Jay did.
So Jarrett reaching back in to say, leave me alone.
Philadelphia wins that division, but they may end up losing the divisional round this year. That's what I think. Luck for the Eagles would be Nick Foles playing quarterback for their Super Bowl team. So what if game can Carson Wentz do the same thing? We'll see if he can. Inside the next 10 years. He's the MVP, but the team won without him. System quarterback. I know White's one of the great mobile guys who can throw a lead.
Cam Newton.
He's very mobile.
Michael Vick.
He's a great pocket passer.
Michael
That's the thing with Carson Wentz. He's a great pocket passer too. Carson Wentz.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick was a crappy ass pocket passer and could not do much when given the opportunity.
Dante Culpepper.
Yeah, the Vikings had a hard run.
Randy Moss and Culpepper.
With Randy Moss and Culpepper. Yeah, the Eagles will just run the ball here. Nick Foles won't make mistakes. They're trying to keep control of the game here. That's what the Eagles are going to do right now.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Why?
On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
The choking teams of baseball who lose their god, that's the Arizona
The Rangers.
Diamondbacks. And the Rangers blow and crush their dreams at the last second.
Aerial coverage is brought to you by Geico.
Unfortunately for the Mariners, they don't even make the playoffs.
Big storm was moving in before the game. We've got a late
That's the
start.
problem.
Clear night now in
Mariners are garbage in a row again.
They're never the worst in the league, but they're typically the bottom of the West. Typically.
I bet you didn't bet money on Atlanta.
This statue was unveiled. You want Philly? Oh, yeah.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. And we've got a flag here. And a touchback, but it doesn't preclude the flag.
After the play was over, personal foul, kicking team number 47. That 15 yards going in for us with a 25-yard line. Automatic. First down.
What a penalty is that? I'm number 47.
Second-year linebacker out of Nebraska. Something like
Matt Ryan's gonna throw a pitch here. I'm not gonna draft that joker. Fuck Matt Ryan. He ain't no Andrew Luck. He's a joker. He's not gonna win nothing. You're not gonna win games running the ball on first down like that. Put your passer out there to win the game.
And that time it was Chris Long and not allowing that stretch play to get outside. Matt Ryan said teams practice against it all the time, but very few of them can execute it the way that we do. But time after time tonight, we have seen these guys get out, protect the edge, force the cutback, and then guys like Fletcher Cox that are putting it up the inside.
one side and one on the other side. So it's a block. 26 and
Just did a foul. Thank you very much for calling that
Personal
home.
foul. Flipping. Offense number 73. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, penalty. I got Falcons back. Yay! Falcons are garbage.
Here we go. We're going to come down here. See what happens. Again to the knee. Back of it. Rolled over. And Fletcher Cox looks at the official, says, what the heck? And then hit a little. Not a good thing.
second down and 25. So a 15-yard penalty.
Lots of noise.
Which the game by that. So back to the 25-yard line. Second and 25. Austin Hoover up to the 40-yard line. So they're 50-yard Bills. Makes the tackle now.
He's hurt.
Hoover will keeping his feet. Goes back to the huddle.
Now, they went straight play action on that one. And that's really one of the things we saw the New England Patriots and Tom Brady in the Super Bowl do that. This is a downhill play defense. Those linebackers want to come downhill, play the run hard. There are some opportunities in behind them.
They snap the ball. Oh, poor wide receivers.
Jones. Here's the safety slightly that way. Let's see what he does.
Third down and 10. Pressure on the roll.
Yeah! Knocked away.
Big ball out. Darby's doing a nice job on him. And it's fourth down.
Big ball and Darby.
They're giving him a chance. That was
Yeah.
a little bit behind here, but I tell you, Darby, Jim Schwartz was talking about how impressed he was. He stayed up in the offseason program, never missed a single day, so he always had great speed. But the technique that he is playing right now is the best of his career.
Buffalo Bill, he already trained last year. He wasn't going to let it go. And Atlanta hot on the 16-yard line. UJ got the Gene almost perfect. 2.5. Third. So we'll slate of games, of course, on Sunday. Take a look at those games. Texas and the Patriots. There, see those Browns. Pretty interesting right now. 49ers Vikings.
Niners are shed.
Of course, on Sunday night.
That's a walk of the week. Finders will find a way to choke that one.
Bears will make a little bit of news last night.
Yeah, they did. Khalil Mack and everybody out west is thrilled.
That was a bad trade for Khalil Mack there, I tell you. For Chicago. And where their team will be 3 years from now with a lot of holes still. It's just a step back for the Bears to go ahead and trade Khalil Mack. It's simple as that. You got to rebuild your defense. You got to rebuild your offensive line. Into running game. If Justin Howard gets hurt, Bears getting those draft picks if they can't find a way to jump Minnesota and Green Bay, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. And Matt Stafford, too, is going to outperform Mitch Trubisky. Gotta be real. You gotta get draft picks. The Bears are going to be set back for years now because of this. The Bears are going to get some really high first-round draft picks.
Well, Desmond Trufant, Chris, is back in the game. And if you look at his left arm, he's got a bandage on. That's an IV bandage. He went back to the locker room. He had cramps in his calves, got that IV, and he's good to go for now.
All right, well, Neal is not in the game. Jones is also back in the game. Good news for Atlanta, the linebacker Deion Jones back in. It's third down and 6 here.
But just
Really swung in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles.
whole screen here.
Get more and more exhausted as they go along. The stand here might go a long way going back to the game.
Nice play to Ernst.
29-yard line, and it's incomplete again. So 2 near catches, but missed both times by Ertz. And it's 4th down, and they will get back to the Gatorade.
Really went right through his hands, right to the ground. Pretty easy call. That is a big play in the ball game right there for a guy that has not dropped the pass in a long time, over 100 straight passes, something like that.
November 16 is the last time he dropped one.
114 in a row coming in. That was big.
Oh, God.
Johnston making a nice debut as the Eagles 30-yard line Justin Howard. And comes in at the end of the run back.
Got a hat off of an official, which usually means somebody went out of bounds.
There's a return. Legal block in the back of City Team, 27. 10-yard penalty. First down.
All right. Hey, great story this weekend coming up. Since they're playing on Thursday night, Doug Peterson is going to get to go to a college game in Hattiesburg, Mississippi on Saturday because his son is the starting tight end for Louisiana Monroe. They're playing Southern Mississippi, which means Brett Favre
13 penalties for Atlanta, 13 colonies in the original United States. Aha! Someone watch me just fuck it. I think I will. Once the Eagles get the finishing touches so we can go green for E-I-G-L-E-S Eagles! And for the Go Green Moonbirds. There's still the fourth quarter, Holmes, okay? These big balls here, okay, they're going to be among the fine teams in the NFC this year. What's that? Okay.
Great job with him, and actually it was Brett who suggested it, offered to come up and speak to the team. And we said, worked pretty well.
Well, third down situation.
Nobody could run out the clock in a production meeting like Brett Favre.
I think they'll run a running play here at Atlanta. Game of back-to-back field position. I think they'll run a running play. They're line-up heavy. Good coverage there. There was clearly no penalty. They're just getting nice position and keeping up with the wide receiver.
The Atlanta Falcons, 2006 16, these backs protect plays one-on-one down the field. But Ronald Darby's done a nice job. This ball just gets away from him. I don't know if it's slipped or what happened to it, but there's nowhere close to the target. Another one of those contested catch opportunities for Julio Jones.
3rd and 6. Brown in full throw.
He drops it. Fourth down. The Eagles get the ball back.
Huge play by Roger McLeod. Missed one earlier, but here on 3rd down to come over the top and strip this ball out. That is some play by a safety right there.
Still 5-3 Atlanta in Arizona.
Fifth punt of 9 coming up. Sideways high. Offensive action. The Eagles touched it first. The ball is
What? Wow!
So they're going to let it die around the 32-yard line.
Are they going to try to not cover the spread?
Eagle gets in there. And Atlanta winds up with the ball.
Now, if it touches one of the Falcons players,
I'm confused. How is that a fumble?
Then you're okay going after trying to run that ball back. Does it touch one of the Falcons players anywhere in here?
It touched! It touched! It touched the Falcon player!
Therefore, it's a live ball.
Ow!
The kicking team. Atlanta's ball goes down.
And that's Trey Sullivan.
Well, you know what? This is what Super Bowls are for. This is what defense is. He ain't done nothing against Tom Brady in Atlanta. Gotta go green here. You can be a big baller. Go green movement will take shape in real life too over the course of time. What are you doing near that ball? Just go away from that ball.
Well, it's the returner's job to screen poison or whatever their code word is and let him know to get the heck out of there. For whatever reason, that was not communicated or he didn't react to it.
Trey Sullivan is the guy who gets penalized.
Oh, that was close. No, that was a pick. Man, that was so close.
And Nate Gary's getting an opportunity to play because of Nigel Brown. They're bringing a little pressure, trying to knock him out of field goal range. Right here, coming off the edge.
I know who I got for the NFL this
was a
week.
two-time 200-meter
I know who I
champion in
got.
high school and almost ran that ball down.
Arizona, Denver, Detroit, Oakland, New England, Indianapolis, Philadelphia, Carolina, New Orleans, Green Bay, Minnesota, Miami, Dolphins to make the scripted postseason appearance this season. So will the Redskins, so will the Cardinals, so will the Rams.
Only the second catch of the night. Or did he?
That was incomplete. The ball touches the ground.
It's the end of 3-10.
Hold on a second. What? That was incomplete. That was hard. Okay, that's just a bad call. You can't make, man. It's simple. Enough is that you just cannot make that call in that situation. It's simply enough. You have to play the game right. And the fact of the matter is that the Atlanta Falcons have one more play to run for that quarter since the ball touched the ground. And the referees are being lazy. They don't want to review the play. The NFL overall is incompetent, and that is really what drives the entertainment value of the NFL, is seeing drama and seeing jackoffery like what we're seeing here today. And that is as simple as that, is that here they cannot get the right call on the field or even review the play to run one more play in the third quarter. What is going on here for this game. Simply enough. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, David Peralta, 26 home runs, man. Get the D-backs, make it 5-4 against the Atlanta Braves. But Ryan Tannehill is going to really have a big season, in my opinion. So really, for the year of the comeback, it is simply enough that it is comeback that equals 53 in gematria in the year of Super Bowl 53. And it is pass the torch if we're talking about the New England Patriots and Tom Brady, passing it down to Derek Carr and Andrew Luck for this year. But it is Ryan Tannehill that is going to come back from injury in the year of Super Bowl 53. That's why I like Miami to make it this year. Now, the Super Bowl is going to be played at Atlanta. Yeah, Peralta singles. Yeah, they're showing the replay. So Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins make the postseason. Andrew Luck and baby to come back with Deshaun Watson makes it. The Texans are something to make the question about. Yes!
But another penalty, John Bushy tells us.
Offside. Defense number 96. Line up in the neutral zone. That flagrant penalty results in a first down.
Okay, that kind of penalty is
It was a 3rd and 5.
Over that red line right
it's over the line. Can't line up right in the NFL.
It was going to
God.
drive the Atlanta Falcons at
Can't
least
do that.
to the very border.
Discipline is very important.
Huge sack, and Jim Schwartz cannot.
Boneheaded mistakes are not happening in these situations. You can tell by his face that that's the number one thing they do is to line up on something. And they can't even do that. Now it's up to the Eagles to make a stop here.
It's just so tough, with a whole quarter to go. If it were a slam dunk that they were going to take it off, I think Doug Peterson.
They can make the spread. They can not allow Philadelphia to cover the spread here. You see this boneheaded plays like this on 3rd down, and it really starts to explain what's happening here. They got to dial up the pressure on Matt Ryan's weak side. Now it's 3rd down. Defense needs to make a big play here. Atlanta's going to be looking for something underneath, something deep. 2 reads. That concept, and you're facing this mid 3rd down situation. You look for Devontae Freeman. You look for Over. You look for Julio Jones deep. Mohamed Sanu if he's still on the team. 5 seconds. 3.
And
it's a point is coming! 92 guys, it was gonna happen! It was gonna happen! He got victim! Oh, go free! That's what it's about! No! No way! He isn't going anywhere there. You'll see, in that situation, do not force the issue. Kick the field goal. It's something that you have to do in that situation. Take the points. Take the points. That's what it's about. Take the points, 10-9. You make a stop. You get the ball back, and you drive to score the game. You do not force the issue there. Now the Eagles are going to take control since they still have the lead. And momentum is not playing to the Atlanta Falcons' hands with a score. This is really, really bad job by Matt Ryan, but I knew he'd throw a pick. I'm just like, hey, the pick is coming. The pick is coming. The interception is coming. Matt Ryan cannot deliver it for Atlanta. I'm sorry, okay? He's going to win nothing right now. He may make the playoffs until Brees retires, but he's not going to win anything with Atlanta. Sorry, Atlanta. It just is what it is, man. It's how it is. Atlanta can't win, okay? They keep on choking on prime time. I expect these guys to finish the game now. Talking about the Philadelphia Eagles to finish the game, of course. This game. Super quickly. Yeah, Eagles, they need to run the ball like they're capable of doing over this course of the fourth quarter. I think it'll be really remarkable if the Philadelphia Eagles find a way to hold on against a team that made the playoffs from the prior year. They held on. They held their ground against defending. They held their ground against defending NFC champion at the time. They're holding their ground against a playoff team without Carson Wentz. So the fact of the matter is that Philadelphia is going to be a contender in the postseason. We're going to see if they're able to do it. I don't think they can, but they'll be a contender. They'll be a contender this year. They will. Of course they will. I beat Atlanta. They're proving that they belong. They're not going to miss the playoffs, Philadelphia. I mean, Doug Pearson has done an amazing job with these guys.
Music and narration. So much fun. Still is.
We'll be up on the frozen footprint. Sunday. It'll be some fun. Second down and
Run it to Ajayi. Just third down and 4, third down and 3, third down and 5. Set up your team. There. Third down and 1 or whatever. Nice run play up the middle.
Sure. Let's give credit to Rasul Douglas for sure, but this is a total miscommunication of some kind. Julio Jones, this is no route. Whatever this was, fades away from the ball, and Douglas just ran.
They fade away from the ball.
Remember, Douglas doesn't have to worry about him going deep. When you're down inside the goal line, defensive backs are just going to sit on anything underneath. And for whatever reason, they haven't played together during the course of preseason, and it really showed on that.
Power football. Oh, missed tackle. Now the Eagles can try to take control here.
Down, pull around. There's just not enough out there. You see no tailback in there yet. Nelson Aguilar, as he did at the end of last season, a big play threat on third down, moving into the backfield or on reverses.
Hey, the Eagles are a lock for this game.
They moved him into the slot last year. 8 touchdowns in the slot. Tremendous turnaround, so much more confident. And now he's up with an 8 receiver.
He caught it. Oh, he got picked off.
Deion Jones comes away with the deflection. Now puts Atlanta in prime shape at the 25-yard line. Connor couldn't hold on. Jones had to come out of the game before Crankman picks up and Atlanta in business.
I didn't see exactly who that was. Whoever it is right there. I think it might be Monte KC. Let's take a look. He comes up.
I threw it too late. He threw it too late. That's what happened there.
That was 27.
He threw it too late there.
Seen him have a penalty. Go for a hit. That looked perfectly clean. Got his head out of there. No danger of a foul. still came up with a huge turnover.
Evan Coleman is the running back on first down from the 27, 10.5 to go in the fourth. Ryan caught at the 10. Julio Jones, big night. Jalen Mills covering on the play. Julio Jones, 7 catches. He's in triple figures now, 106 yards.
All the passing there.
Monte KZ, watch him in preseason, and they kind of go, yeah, well, he might have a little bit of role. I was like, I think I'd give him a bigger role. He was all over the place, making huge hits around the football. He's looking fun, and there's a guy that puts up the cover in his own defense.
Here he goes. It's a predictable play here. Let's cover the tight end. Tevin Coleman. Eagles are going to come back.
On the run there, so you have the interception, followed by the touchdown, and the Falcons have to lead again.
So instead of outside zone, they go inside zone, and watch the key block is always on the back side of this play. You're going to get a cutback. That is Andy Levitri just driving the linebacker out of there. And what do you have to do? You have to make sure that Fletcher Cox is taken care of. They double team him with Alex Mack.
You know, it's just about picking up first downs for the Philadelphia offense. Just get to midfield, see what happens. No good! No good! He missed the extra point! Atlanta's choking again! They're choking again! Again, they are Atlanta! That's what they do! Of course! Now the Eagles are going to come back. You know what's going to happen, right? Do ya? The Eagles come back. They go green. They grab the game by the pussy here. Ground and pound and play action pass on the shotgun. Eagles! Of course. Atlanta's going to choke again. Of course they are. They choke. They always choke. A field goal wins the game. It's like, do the Eagles really want to run the clock 8 minutes or so down? Or they run a clock 8 minutes down and they pick up a touchdown. They'll pick up first downs and they, sway the game to their advantage. But the go route is going to be available for the Philadelphia Eagles during this drive. They're going to see a lot of go action. They're going to try to look for that touchdown. It's touchdown or check down. For the check down, you want to go out there and pick up these easy yards to set up some heavy pressure underneath. If the defense trying to keep the offense from reaching field goal position, that's when you put your shots downfield. That's how you put your shots downfield. And this is how Nick Foles and Philadelphia should go about their business in the second half here to come back and take the lead, either through a touchdown or a field goal. So let's see what they got here. And this would be a monumental collapse if the 25th points of the game come through a field goal. And we end up seeing, references to the 25-point comeback in Super Bowl 51, and the Falcons lose this game by 15 points in choking fashion because the kicker cannot kick a field goal. So I can see that happening like that, and then you see an interception by Matt Ryan. Oh, that's how the game could end up. That's what it's looking like it's going to be. So we are going to see how Nick Foles handles the pressure here. And this is like the moment when they were down to the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. They got to play their best. They got to use this missed field goal as momentum in the game. Take it out. Nick Foles. Nick Foles and company. It's so annoying with the NFL nowadays where We see all these commercials and all, and it just really holds up time. It really does, these commercials.
Missing an extra point.
So under 10 minutes left, the Falcons got to come in here and take advantage.
A little bit low. What do you think? Is Bosher put it down, Chris?
Just a little handsy on it, and you can see Ryan just hesitating a bit and pushed
it. That's what it's about. Ground and pound against a tired defense.
12 carries tonight for 50 yards.
Yeah, and because of that miss, now you can play for a field goal here. And I think what's happening is the Eagles' offensive line is starting to get their footing.
Get their rhythm. That's what the offensive line has to do here.
And instead of going sideways, they're just pretty much going straight downhill at them and giving Jay a chance.
Ajayi didn't find the hole.
Taking down 9 minutes left in regulation.
Yeah, and the Atlanta Falcons and Marquand Manuel just countered with a slot blitz. So everybody knows what's going on. When you get something that works a little bit, you also know what the counter to that is. And Marquand said this is going to be a game of adjustments. Nobody does anything and puts it on tape to help you study. So we have to make those last second adjustments. He made a nice one there.
3rd and 4 for Clemens in the backfield. Burks comes into the slot.
There's a foul there. There's a foul there.
It's the necessary yardage.
So on the offense,
the helmet telling you what the call is going to be.
they're still delivering.
And it's actually great. Offense. Number 86.
That's gay. That's bullshit.
That falls under the category of completely unnecessary. Nobody graded Jared was going to be in coverage, and that was going to take away your first down.
And make it a 3rd down and 14 from the 21-yard line.
Time, 8 minutes to go.
Brady Jared 4 sacks last year. He's got a Super Bowl record, 3 sacks. Just against Brady 2 years ago. 3rd and 14, and the play clock is down to 0. And Philadelphia has to use a timeout.
That goal should have snapped the ball there. I don't know what he's doing. Ridiculous.
Whenever you get the offensive pass interference,
absolutely insane there what he's doing.
3rd and 14.
I don't know what they call him for.
Falls from Aguilar on the run. And just went to the end.
Carson Wentz is over on the bench saying, just start working on the jugs machine over here. We're throwing all kinds of balls to the quarterback.
That gave the Eagles the lead, and then Atlanta took the lead back. Big interception.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Right now it's 3rd and 14 from the 21-yard line. And that's incomplete. Intended for Hurts. The 42-yard line.
Here come the Bluebirds again.
That was a laser shot from Nick Foles, and Hurts just unable to get it with his
slipped. Hurts slipped.
That's going to be the question, and that's going to be what this crowd is squirming. Arm, Burton, always the business receivers, take that in that area.
Cameron Johnston
Nice box.
And they let it roll all the way to the 20-yard line. If the call, the game goes through the 23 penalties, 22 points.
This is a big call because that was a big mistake, letting that ball hit the ground. Somewhere Bill Parcells is going crazy.
That's Saratoga. All right. I was really loving this.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. Holding, kicking team, number 39. Holding, receiving team, number 89. Those penalties are all set. We will re-kick 4th down.
That's good. They have to re-kick that. Look at that guy.
Here's the Falcons hold.
And on the outside,
That was
What hold was there?
holding Corey Clement.
Well, like he was holding him. Come on, let him play the game.
You tell me.
it's not my job.
What do you tell me? You tell him, Chris. You're supposed to know the game. Or you don't know what the game is. So say, Master has rules so much. That's what they've done.
His debut is averaging 53.4 tonight.
Hey, stop him here, Philly.
And so, yes, we start thinking about the clock a little bit. 2-point lead.
They're just going to let them win without covering the spread. That's what these fucking geniuses are doing. We just have to wait for the Eagles to get in the Falcons' position and to kick the win field goal. That's what is fucking happening here. The spread was like 1.5 or some shit or whatever it was, just so the Eagles don't cover the spread. What else is happening? Sure, that's what they're doing. Positive. Point spread, but a push. That's how it is. It's but it put in the point spread. It's what's happening when you see certain calls in certain place that happen or certain place that get called back. And the game is all close and the team is breaking away. Well, that's what they do, right? That's what they do. So, of course, it's going to happen like that. You have to see the game-winning field goal at some point in the game. And that's how I'd say so. Back heel goes. (13-12). That is a scripted game if it ends 13-12. I'm watching a rigged game. The Eagles pull away with the field goal. Help out the fantasy people with the Eagles kickers. I'm sure a lot of people have taken the Eagles kickers because they score a lot of touchdowns. What a back heel goal by Pastore. Good goal.
So halfway through the quarter, number 33 and then it is the strong.
Yeah! What? Yeah, you're gonna call it on the defense.
Offense.
Yeah, it's on the offense. Good. That's what it's about. Okay. I've got the rally glasses, people. Rally beer. They play for the team. Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, let's subscribe to the live broadcast. All right. From my apartment here. Oh, he got by! That's what it's about! Here we go! Go for the other bird team in the NFC, not these dirty fucking birds. 13-12. Oh yeah! Rigged game. They don't cover, but they win. That's rigged NFL games. Gamble with casino when you go for points. There we go! There he goes! There he goes! Watch out! Dig! Duck them! Rally bear! There he goes!
Since his college days, never gives up on a play. All the way around the pit, and gets that ball out.
Here we go, 3rd and 29. Is it Matt Ryan pick time? Okay, pass play. There we go, 4th down. That missed extra point, the scripted game here. That's how it is. 13-12.
As it got him out of a deep hole, this butt likely would have been somewhere around the midfield, 40-yard line. This needs a field goal here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Osher averaging only 35 yards per move. Gets it off. Good kick here. Strolls. Fields at the 19.
Oh, missed him. Horse tackle. That's a horse tackle. That's a horse tackle. Got him. Oh, yeah. It looked like he got him from the back, got a horse collar, but maybe got him in front. Oh, that was a face mask!
Third return, face pass. Face pass. 54. 15-yard penalty from Henry Run. Automatic first down.
This is like a 270-degree face mask. 4:51 to go. Atlanta by the deuce.
Okay, here they have to, first and foremost, they've got to take care of the ball here. They've got to take care of the ball and not allow Nick Foles to fuck it up. Secondly, you need your intermediate underneath routes so Nick Foles can get into a rhythm if he wants to go ahead and throw a deep ball to put the Eagles in the 15 to 20-yard line to put them in field goal range. And here for Philadelphia, they need to just relax and play their ball. Since Atlanta is a choking team, they always choke in these situations, and they always find a way to ultimately choke and jack off and lose the game. So that's what we should expect here. I no doubt Nick Foles can get the job done here and be able to win this football game without any problems. It's all said and done. So we'll have to see what happens here. We just have to see them take advantage. That's simply what has to happen here. So here, the rigging, the scripting of the game. It is a rigged game. We'll see it. 13 points, 13-2. I mean, the game looked out of rhythm. Offensively, all these penalties, holding the offense back, all the rigging, all the scripting. There's a reason why all this is happening. It's all happening through the Cabal Code of Gematria and Numerology. I have no doubt that Nick Foles could drive for a game-winning field goal. I'd be really surprised if it doesn't happen.
50%. Nick Foles a little over 50. Nobody.
How many yards till we reach field goal range, announcers? 33 attempts for Matt Ryan. It's going to end at 33. The Eagles are going to hold on to the ball here. They're going to run them out here. No more passing plays from Matt Ryan.
The primary target tonight, 8 catches, but only 34 yards, so he's averaging barely more than 4 yards per reception.
Now they're staying with that RPO, but now one of the things the Falcons wanted to do to it is take away the inside throws, those slants, and the linebackers have done a nice job there. So now Nick Foles is going to take a shot to the outside off the RPO.
That was close.
To bust up the play and bring it back to a 3rd down and 8.
Wallace had a step. This is brilliant quarterback play by Alfred on the outside. Watch him. He's sprinting for all he's worth to try and catch up, but then gets his head back around so he doesn't get fouled. Turn your head around. He gets his hand on the ball. That's tremendous.
Beautiful. Perfect. Alfred, he had the 82-yard interception return against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. 3rd down and 8 from the 48.
Yeah, I got the first down! I got it! Yeah, Rick Jordan! 13 colonies. Rick game, baby. Rick game.
Vic Beasley, one of their pass rushers, is going to drop out. Unfortunately for Vic Beasley, he tackled like a pass rusher on that one. If he can somehow make a play down Vic Chivin, there is Rose as he took down Brady. That was the difference, and this drive stays alive.
4.5 remaining.
Check down, Foles. Run the ball. That's what the Eagles are doing in this rigged game. They're going to get in the field goal range. The scripted NFL, the rigged NFL, scripted NFL through gematria and numerology.
That's Antonio Burkins.
That's a good thing for us.
Yeah.
That's that guy. So many clutch plays over the year.
Only Frank Gore is older and running back. 35 years old, so number 4. You got a 3rd down and 1, so you are at the edge of field goal range here. Johnny Justin shots. Falcon down on
Falcon down. I don't know if he's faking his injury or not, but could be foul play.
Yeah, I don't think so either. If nothing else, he's going to have to come out of the game for one play on a 3rd down and a short 2, I think.
When he was working against Jason Peters, probably would rather have somebody else, a little arm around the side.
He looks fine on that play.
Might have happened.
I know one thing it's going to do. It's going to allow them to make some substitutions. Get Big Phil McClain in the game instead of more of the pass rusher and Jack Crawford. So you get all those run players in there now. You get Derek Shelby in there. You get Terrell McClain in there. Brady Jarrett to do everything.
We go 3rd and 2, so right now if they don't gain a yard, limited to 53-yard field.
Yeah! Oh, I knew he was going to get tackled there. Nice block, or nice slight block delay there.
There was nobody else around. And he comes out of nowhere to make this play. Long run, you wonder if it's going to help him or hurt him because he might eat up the rest of the
There we go, run it out. Run it down.
It's a little bit like watching New England play on offense. This Philadelphia Eagles running back rotation, isn't it? They all sort of have specific skills. Jay Ajayi is one of those guys, probably more first and second downs. It looks like they're going back to that jumbo package. And then you got Corey Clement who can catch the football. They're exposed to a little bit of everything. Very specific roles. And they are jumping on the right side with an extra offensive line of the game right there.
Touchdown! The spread was 3 points, right?
Johnny, 62 yards now, 15 carries, and 2 touchdowns.
Looked like Nick Foles got up there and saw the defensive line overshifted to the jumbo package, killed the play, and came back the other side. And there
Touchdown
was
here.
Deion Jones trying to run through on the inside and couldn't get there.
Then they run circus the way they want to go for 1 or 2, 6 or 9, 2-point conversion, so the clock runs all the way down.
Pulls up the line of scrimmage. No. We're going to kill that one. We're going the other way. Once those 3 big defensive linemen overshifted to the jumbo side, he decided he went back the other way, and then it was Deion Jones. You can see him all overshifted that way to the jumbo, and Deion Jones ran right through the middle of it and left no pursuit whatsoever. 45 runs inside like that. There was nobody left outside.
You know, Philadelphia had to use a timeout because they had the touchdown, they had the celebration, and the play clock starts, and it was sticking all the way down. They're looking at the bench, so I don't know. Does that become critical? It certainly does in Atlanta. Is able to retake the lead. So first things first, here's the good point conversion. That we have 6-point lead so far.
That was a joke. That's really easy there.
So the conversion is good, and Philadelphia leads 18-12.
There's still a lot of time left.
As good as the ball has to cross the front edge of the line, and I think without question, possession, that's it right there. Remember, it doesn't have to cross the back of the line, just the front edge. This right here, that's it. The front edge of this thing is the line you have
front of the line.
There you go. Oh, it's
Inline score.
still plenty of time, though. I know you can tell. You can just see it. Atlanta's defense wearing down, and I love the play calls by Doug Peterson. He just went
Big time play calling by Doug Peterson.
This drive from the 25-yard line after the touchdown. Well, Matt Ryan, MVP 2 years ago. Not as good last year, obviously. A lot of bad luck last year. 12 interceptions, 5 of them were on tipped balls. 35 career game-winning drives in his 10th season.
So what? I had the Eagles win, my nigga. That's all that counts is Eagles. I would done things my way if I'm an offensive coordinator. No one just wanted to tackle him. The Falcons are a bunch of choking bitches. I knew they'd choke. I knew the Falcons would. That's what I'm saying all game long. The Falcons are going to choke. They choke. Falcons are about to choke here. All I did was make a prediction, bro. So I got the collapse right about Atlanta in the primetime games. There's a goal line there.
Which comes with a minute and 54 seconds left. 36-yard gain.
That's some brilliant coaching right there. The play before ran basically the same route in here, and it was open. The coaches saw it and came right back to it. Good stick out on the outside by Julio Jones. It just snatches it out of midair and almost broke this one for the distance.
Atlanta trying to turn the tables. It's a team that has lost a lot of leads, won a lot of leads over the past few seasons. Julio Jones, huge night. Reminder to stay tuned to the Volkswagen post-game report. Michelle, as usual, on the field star of the game, Liam, with you joining us.
Johnny is the star of the game.
Head to the Lambeau Field, there's Packers. Sunday football, so Michelle.
Well, disappointed Devontae Freeman right now is on the sideline faking that right knee. He's officially questionable. He had a key curl on it. He's been trying to just kind of walk it out, but not really testing it. No holding in his hand. It looks like the Falcons are without it now.
He does the next year, so we're going to play up in the team that had a bad knee. And then have a very good night. Kevin Coleman is the running back. He's the locking and thundering locking in that lineup backfield. From the 33, so it looked like Rodney Rolando was longer than he wanted to. And the pass drops into Peter Coleman, second and 10.
Now, Jordan Hicks was in.
Second down and 10.
Went right to it. Matt Ryan saw him and knew he had to just get rid of the football. Jordan Hicks, a very smart football player, deciphered that one beautifully. Sometimes those can go big, though. One of the linemen had gotten a block.
The game's almost over.
Still be wrong.
So let's get started up, second and 10. We run on the right side with Jones in that group.
See, just balls on the ground.
Responded to the 40-yard line at 17. Clearly in fourth down territory here, trying to get at least some of it. And the pass is caught. Going to the ground is Jones in front of Darby. Goes to the ground, thinks the catch. Phenomenal night for this guy. 9 receptions, 160 yards. That's a gain of 18.
I tell you what, Matt Ryan knew he was going to take a shot. He held that ball as long as possible, floated it out there. That's kind of the play they had picked off earlier.
Are the Falcons burning timeouts?
To the sticks. That's what you're told. Run to the sticks and then turn around. Watch Ryan. He's going to take a real shot here. Had to float it because Julio had not turned around yet. And there it is. A huge pickup for that first down.
Look how early that ball comes out because pressure was there. Brilliant. Brilliant by Matt Ryan. And that's Chris Ball. Just as it threw it, he had to put his arm on that ball. So really,
Lead 17 at 18.
for Bills again, that's where they're making the most money.
18, Ryan fires. Jones again. Picks up about 9. Mills on the tackle again.
They're really not giving him much help on the outside of Julio Jones that way. And bringing it the other way, he hasn't had quite the success against Darby, but he did make that last one.
2nd down and 1. Ryan. Johnson.
Yeah.
So that'll make it 3rd down and long after 2nd and 1. Fletcher Cox comes in there for the sack. Sack of 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
There is utter exhaustion. Everybody's hurt on the field. Utter exhaustion.
And then just one time, 3rd and 8, and that is snagged by Sanu. Sanu had a very quiet night, takes it to the 10-yard line, and Atlanta's going to take its final timeout right here with 23 seconds.
That's some move. Sanu, watch this little jiggle move here. Got him. That's going against the rookie, Sidney Jones. And now, it doesn't look like a lot of time because you're out of timeouts. But effectively, what you're going to do is take all your shots into the end zone, so there should be plenty of time to get this done.
4 more plays.
Philadelphia nothing to score the touchdown. He's looking to cut back and win on the field goal if you wonder if there's going to be enough time left for that to happen. Anyway, here we are again as we were last January with the 1st and goal.
It's like last January.
All they've been doing this offseason is working on their red zone offense. Here they are with a chance to come in and knock up the world champs. They will get it done.
Golden motion to the outside. Ryan's in line. Looking downfield with his closing with his seats. With 16 seconds, so that took 7 seconds. Remember last year's game ended with Julio Jones going up in the air. Couldn't make the catch. Will come down of bounds anyway. 2nd and goal.
Rolling to that direction, working on Jalen Mills. I mean, at this point, Julio Jones has been your offense, right?
No doubt.
Somehow he has to get at least a couple opportunities to win the game.
He has 169 yards and 291 total for the Falcons.
And they are really confident that they're going to
On 5 wide here. Ryan to the back of the end zone, too tall there. Intended for Julio Jones. So 9 by 11 seconds, 3rd down and goal.
Now that's where I disagree. Julio Jones, I just said you got to work it there. But it was obvious pre-snap. It was double coverage, inside and outside.
Here we go. 18-12, where the Falcons choke again.
They still wrote it. That's what you have to come on and trust your offense. But they do it again.
Good to go. Jones on the right side.
Listen to say, somebody else has to make a play.
Ryan hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete. So it comes down to this Fletcher Cox not in there. So 1 play, early ball game coming up right now.
We're watching the same game over.
Yeah, I've been watching the same game again. I know how scripted this game is.
Two scores coming off of it. They've done the Julio, and the Falcons have not had an answer.
But this time Julio's going to come out to the left side. You got Coleman wide left. Jones in the slot to the left. This is it. Ryan throws. Flag is down. Hooper was the closest. The pass was really close. What's the call?
It's like illegal contact.
Before the pass is thrown, illegal contact. Defense number 58. Got their penalty. On that first down.
Well, you got 1 second, and Jordan Hicks, and then But Doug Peterson is saying uncatchable pass.
Uncatchable.
Early.
And it doesn't matter. Illegal contact. So, pass interference, yes. It's 8 yards. Second favorite guy is Mohamed Sanu. He's been clutch in the red zone before. They had both of the top 3 screens.
Jones and Sanu 11 and 12. Ryan. Jones.
Out of bounds. Eagles win again. The Falcons choke on national TV again. There's just no luck. The rally glasses wore, it's the beer wore, the Eagles win. It was a rigged game. Falcons choke in the goal line again. Falcons are always going to choke. Sorry for the Falcon fans. Their team is going to choke. Julio Jones again. What did I tell you? The Falcons choke. They did it again. Fly for one more week.
The quarterback told this team is a lucky rabbit's foot going right now.
Hardly a worker hard. But at least they went to the finish. Yeah.
The refs are calling fouls against the Eagles all game long. Like they were keeping this game close, people. They are keeping it close for the sake of ratings, for keeping the game close and entertaining. So there it is, the first rigged game of the NFL season so far. 1-0 for picks this season.